Hey everybody, we got some National Guard in DC, and normally I don't bitch about camera work, but this is the channel with, let me show you here, 3.86 million subscribers. Reuters. Look at the shitty fucking camera work. I am so fucking tired. So tired of people and their shitty camera work. I could have been there and filmed this so much better on an old used fucking flip phone. Look, they got crap on the fucking screen. I have this. It's a camera lens cleaning cloth. How the hell are you going to be out here filming this shit with shit on the fucking screen? Now I just uploaded a YouTube short. They fucking dropped their camera during that clip, and it's like, really? It's like, how much does that fucking camera cost? And you can tell it's all out of focus, all fucking shaky because they're trying to catch fucking every fucking thing going on. And it's like, people, this is not how you fucking film. Period. Do you see NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox, anybody doing this shit? No. I make better videos filming in my fucking car. They get like 10 people to watch. And now, what is she or he or whoever going to film? Has he still got dirt on the fucking camera lens? Probably their several $1,000 DSLR, big ass fucking, I don't need this, but it makes me look important camera. I have said for years and years and years, a modern flagship cell phone, whether it be the Samsung Galaxy or the iPhone, is all you fucking need. And having a quality microphone. If you're going to be out filming outside, you need a dead cat. Now, let me show you if I can find it here. I got to turn the fucking light on. Where is it? I'll show you what a dead cat is. This is what a dead cat is. Yes, there's a microphone buried in there. Here is a wireless microphone with only the little pop filter on it. That's not a windscreen, that's a pop filter. You can see I got one on my big mic here. That's a pop filter. This is a dead cat for the wireless mic. If I were to take both these mics, put them in front of a fan where there's wind blowing on them, turn this one on, you're going to hear wind noise. Turn this one on, and you're probably still going to hear wind noise, but a whole lot less. This mic that plugs into your cell phone, Type C, $90. Those two wireless mics, $40. Plugs into any Type C. Oh, now they stopped it because, oh god, they're done. Further live coverage is expected. Yeah. See, unprofessional. And I see it all the fucking time. Normally it's when something's popping off and somebody's like, oh, I'm going to get a viral video and I'm going to run out and film it. And then when they look at the video they just filmed, it's not what they were filming. People, let me tell you, because I've been doing YouTube since 2018. When you are filming, your eyes need to be on your phone or your camera. That's it. Because say, I got my phone here and I'm filming. I got my phone and I'm filming. And if the action's going on over here and I'm looking over here and going, am I getting any of the footage that's over there? No. Or, I got the phone shaking around and down on it fucking irks me. And it's all because of the rise of fucking TikTok. Now, yes, I'm on TikTok. Broken Patriot on TikTok. But so many people put zero fucking effort into making videos. Zero. I don't know how many fucking live streams I've seen that the person isn't, one, ashamed to show their background because it looks like straight fucking ass. Two, or they do show their background. And yes, it looks like straight fucking ass with a sink full of dishes, screaming kids, all that stuff. If you're going to do content creation, one, no barking dogs, no meowing cats, and no screaming fucking kids. And make sure your background looks good. I mean, normally I've got the American flag playing on that television. You got to put a little bit of fucking effort into it. I've been asked, I don't know how many times. People will email me, can you check out my channel and see what I'm doing wrong? And I go and look at their channel. They've had their channel for 2 years and they've got like 400 subs. And I'm like, one, your content is boring as fuck because you're talking like this, or you're using the mic wrong. See, this microphone is a front address microphone. If I tip it like this, the sound is different. Or they're chewing on the microphone. Or they're way back here. Or worse yet, they're using the microphone on a fucking headset. You see the difference in fucking size? The bigger the microphone, the better the sound. Why do you think everybody uses the Shure SM7B, that $400 microphone? Because it's fucking massive. Bigger the microphone, the better the fucking sound. You got to put a little bit of effort into your social media. You can see that I got lights on in the background. I got a light here. That's not blaring into my face. It's not a stupid fucking ring light putting those rings in my eyes or on my glasses. My light is behind my monitor, reflecting off of the wall. Oh, look, we're going to set it down on the ground again because they're too cheap to buy what's called a fucking monopod. What's a monopod? It's a tripod with only one leg. You can get nice ones now that have fold out legs that'll go up to like 58 inches tall. Got to put a little bit of fucking effort in. And I know everybody's like, oh my God, you just think that you're the best content creator ever. I've got over 7,500 subs. And I know that's not a lot compared to most other channels out there, but I know how to film. I filmed in public many, many, many times. I could take my phone, put it in a little phone holder on a Walmart shopping cart, and do a shopping and talking video. And it's better content than what most people are putting out. But oh, if I call out people, they get all fucking mad because it's like, oh, you think you're all big and bad. I don't have all the money that you got. People, everything in the studio, everything. 5 monitors, a 50-inch TV, 2 computers, 2 cell phones, microphones. There's 4 microphones in here, 2 headsets. Maybe as a total over the years that I've accrued all this, maybe $1,000. Maybe. My old cell phone is probably 5 years old. It's filmed a shit ton of videos, shit ton of not live streams, time lapse videos. It's a Samsung Galaxy, and everybody's like, "Oh, but it's a flagship phone." It's the S21 FE, which is like half of the price of the flagship phone. You don't need the S25 Ultra. You don't need that. Oh, but the Ultra has 256 gigabyte of storage. If you have your phone for filming stuff, that's the only stuff that you should have on your phone. Period. You shouldn't have pictures of the kids and the grandkids and the dogs and the kitty cats and all that other shit stored on your phone. Because you drop the phone in water, phone gets stolen, your content's gone. Get what's called an external hard drive and plug it into a computer or a laptop and transfer your shit. Now, see that guy right there. He noticed that he was blocking someone's camera shot. He backed up out of the fucking way. Situational awareness. I don't know how many times I've been filming and some muck walks right up in front of me. And yes, it pisses me off. I can make a whole fucking whole video series of crappy fucking videos that shouldn't be online. Look at all that money sitting there. And I could film all of that with 2 cell phones. 2 cell phones. You don't need all that fucking gear. Who the hell wants to drag all that fucking gear around? Them big ass cameras. I guarantee I could show up at a Trump rally. Set up right next to RSBN or RSBN, Right Side Broadcasting Network. Set my tripod right next to them. And yes, I have several tripods. I bought them used. You can buy cheap tripods off of Facebook Marketplace for like $20.
Then after that,
I could set up right next to them, live stream, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between my live stream and their live stream. So many people are wanting to live stream and do everything in 4K. No. Most people watch content on their cell phone in 1080p. 1080p is all you fucking need. Now, if you're doing cinematic shit, then yes, that's what you need. And also, another thing, you see that my camera is eye level if I sit up. It's not down here shooting up my fucking nose. I see it on people who use laptops all the fucking time. And then they're like, but my laptop only goes so high. Again. This is a foldable laptop stand. You can fold it out where it all sits out all nice and pretty. You set it on your fucking desk. You fold the legs down. And then it's setting like this. What's this do? One, it makes it easier to type. And two, it probably raises the camera on your laptop up 7-8 inches. You can buy these for like $5. What do I use to film with when I'm on the go? Right here. Cheap little tripod I've had for years. You just slide it up, put the phone in it, and you can film. See so many people screwing stuff up. So many people also doing shit wrong. Again, where did it go? Here, it was probably a couple months ago. My buddy, Fat Man, was over here. We were both mic'd up. You want to know how I did that? This is the transmitter for my 2 wireless microphones that plug into my cell phone. This is a Type A USB. Yes, that's called, to a Type C adapter. You plug that in, and now you can plug this into your computer and have 2 microphones for $40. Well, probably $45 once you buy the little adapter. Easy. Now let's get down to brass tacks, talking business. I need a sponsor for my channel. Yes, I probably just pissed everybody off because my view count went from like 10 to 2. One of them being me, because yes, if you're live streaming, you need to be monitoring your content. Yes, I'm monitoring the content. It's what you got to do. But I need to come up with $40 within the next 19 days, or the price jumps to $50 for me to get back my license for my editing software. So if you have a channel, you want to, now see, that's what I'm talking about, them big fancy fucking cameras. You don't need that. Oh, but it takes a better picture. I guarantee you won't be able to tell the fucking difference. If I took a picture on my cell phone with a clean lens in pro mode, you always have to take it in pro mode. And if you don't know how to use pro mode, research it. Use pro mode. It's so much better than automatic. Automatic's for lazy people. Use pro mode. Every cell phone that's worth anything has a pro mode feature and the camera app, because then you can adjust the brightness and everything. But I could take my cell phone and a $5,000 or $6,000 fancy camera like what that guy had, take a picture side by side. Only a very, very, very trained eye will be able to tell the difference. Here, I will show you. It's a picture up in the corner. On the left is cell phone, on the right's DSLR. Cell phone, even if it's a flagship phone, is $1,500. DSLR, several thousands of dollars. Plus, you got to buy lenses for it, which costs more because when you get a DSLR, all you get's the body. You got to buy whatever lens you want to put for it. Lenses can cost $40 to $3,000 or $4,000. I don't see a difference. Yes, one's got a brighter blue sky, but is it several $1,000s worth? No. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. See, that's my only thing is because I have a ton of windows, a ton of tabs open. But yeah, I just don't get it. It's all like I compared when we sold our truck, compared a 2019, which is what our Toyota is, the limited trim level, which is the top of the line trim level for Toyota, against a Lexus, which is, Toyota's flagship luxury brand. The only thing I saw different was the price. Because for a vehicle the same size as my little CHR, yes, Lexus makes one. It's on the same platform my CHR is on. My CHR was $35,000. A Lexus on the same platform, $65,000. I didn't see any fucking difference. It's like, oh, but it's got leather seats. My car's got leather seats. Oh, it's got power windows. My car has power windows. Oh, it's got heated seats. My car has heated seats. Oh, it's got dual zone climate control. My car's got dual zone climate control. Oh, it's got a 6-speaker stereo system. My car's got a 6-speaker stereo system. But it's got all these smart features. My car's got all the same smart features. I've even told people, and they think I'm fucking crazy. that even if I won the lottery right now, the only vehicle that would be sitting in my driveway would have a Toyota badge on it. That's it. Because why buy a fancy brand? Now, the next vehicle that would be sitting in my driveway would be a 64 Lincoln Continental. Because those are just pimping hot. But yeah. And I guess I'm doing commentary for this person that's on a channel with almost 4 million subscribers. And all we're doing is looking at a fucking building and a beautiful American flag. No commentary. And they dropped their camera earlier. They finally cleaned the dirt off of the lens. Everything I'm joking about them dropping the camera earlier. Oh, another earthquake. 6.3 earthquake. People, I swear, the whole world's about to change with all these damn earthquakes and floods and stuff going on. Now I'm going to pull up the short I shot earlier. Here it is. And watch the horrible camera work. I do better filming on my cell phone at my computer screen. Look at how shaky it is. Like, oh my God, oh, there goes the camera down. And it's Reuters. Almost 4 million subscribers. And it's like, people, that is unacceptable. If I was this person's boss, they would be fired. And here we are back to the nothing going on. I thought that was an American flag. I don't know what flag that is. Maybe that's a National Guard flag. Let's look it up. So many people are like, I get people emailing me, asking me questions. And I'm like, you could have just asked yourself on that. National Guard flag. That's not the National Guard. I don't know what flag that is. But yeah, I know I bitch a lot. But people, do realize this. I am a 2-time stroke survivor, meaning 2 parts of my brain don't work like they used to. And I can still figure this shit out. I've had people say, well, look, you got that big fancy microphone. This microphone was $30 on Amazon. I gave one away. The person that got it, her YouTube channel is called Gator Girl. It's a $30 microphone on Amazon. The arm that it's mounted on is a cheapy, extra long boom arm from Amazon. I think it's like $25. Put in the $5 for the 10-foot cable. I'm in it $60. 65 if you count this. And yes, you need this. This is a pop filter. Because now you're hearing me saying pop, 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 pop. And now I can say pop, 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 and I'm not popping the microphone. I don't even know what that building is. Something headquarters. Ministry of something National Guard. Look at the police officer. Okay, person, why'd you park there? Do you not realize that you're parked in a no parking zone? You're blocking a crosswalk. But I can park wherever I want. People here in my apartment complex park in a marked fire zone all the fucking time. It's the entitled mentality, and I fucking hate it. If I was a manager, I'd put out a note. I'd send everybody an email and I'd post it on the front door of the office. Parking in a red fire zone will get your car towed at your expense. I'd give them a week. And then I'd call a towing company to come in here and just make a couple laps during the day. If you see a car parked where it's not supposed to be parked, whether it's in a fire zone or in a handicap spot, tow them. Big time on the handicap spots. If I go to Walmart on my own and I see your car parked in a handicap spot and it's not got a handicap plate or a placard hanging from the mirror, I'm calling the tow number on that sign. Because people like me that are handicapped, that have the handicap license plate, have to park there. If I'm having a good day and there's a spot a couple spots down from the handicap spots, I'll go ahead and park there. If it's a van accessible handicap spot, I'm not parking there no matter how bad I fucking feel. Because somebody in a handicap van that's probably got a wheelchair or a power chair is going to need that oversized spot. It's a National Guard in D.C. And me, I'm just sitting there ranting and raving and bitching. Hey, if you can pass it around on everybody's social media, I need to come up with $40 in the next 19 days to renew the license on my editing software. Me and my wife don't have it.
There is no doubt that the crime statistics show that,
And I know everybody else is broke too, but
there is still a crime problem.
we're trying to save money to move.
This community welcome the attention that is being paid to the fact that there is a crime
And yes, I was just picking fun
suspect of the idea that the federal government
of Reuters here that I'm restreaming.
many Washington
Their shitty camera work.
is a much bigger, more systemic problem that needs real solutions.
If you want to see their shitty camera work, go watch the last YouTube short I put up where they dropped their camera.
Well, there's no doubt that DC's mayor is uncomfortable.
Reuters, a channel with almost 4 million subscribers.
To take advantage of the situation and try and have it help be on the path to making the situation better. Listen to what she said earlier today.
I mean, hell, the Cleese McFarland YouTube channel with a bunch of auto mechanics doing all the video work. They've never dropped a fucking camera. And they film everything on their cell phone or a Sony Handycam.
This is a unique situation to Washington, D.C., that the federal government can come in and exert its authority over the district when it comes to issues like these. But she wants to make sure that it's done in a way that actually helps the district, not sets it back. We'll have to see how this plays out over the next 30 days.
But it just amazes me. People doing social media videos and their videos look like straight ass.
What?
I won't even watch them anymore. I don't care if it's somebody I've been subscribed to for years. You put out a shitty video, I'm not watching it. Joint Force Headquarters. Joint Force Headquarters flag. I still don't know what that flag is. Because nothing is pulling up. If he would zoom out, I could possibly get it. Let's see if I can. No. It's not letting me search it. Yeah, the red and white striped flag. Like, I have no idea what the flag is. Because it's got 3 white stripes, 2 red stripes, and there's 3 red, I don't know if they're stars or what at the top. What flag has 3 white stripes and 2 red stripes? Adapted from what? Need more information. Oh, all right. George Washington coat of arms flag. That's what it is. See, I love my subscribers. That's exactly what it is. Because at first I was like, why is that flag even there? Oh, the one on the building? I have no idea. Look at that nice government license plate. And here's something that gets me. And Jay Leno even made a video about it. People that cover up their license plates when they take a picture of their car. It's like, hello, unless you're a police officer, the only thing we could tell from your license plate is what it says and what state you're in. The U.S. flag is like probably 75 feet from it. From this angle, it looks like the U.S. flag is centered. Oh, that's another thing that drives me nuts. People that ride motorcycles that walk around with their fucking helmets on. It's like, what? Are you afraid of falling? Well, I just didn't want to carry my helmet. Then lock it to your bike. And yes, I used to ride a motorcycle. Had a full face helmet. And I had mine locked to my bike when I wasn't using it.
Yeah, no behaving with the boss.
Yeah, see, the American flag is centered with the building, but the one flying on the building, I have no idea. At least the stupid car moved that was parked in the uh, crosswalk. That is a cool looking building, though. And see, it's just weird that we don't build cool ass buildings anymore. I mean, look at the U.S. Capitol. Look how cool that building looks. And now everything looks like a McDonald's or a Burger King. Just bland. I think the last cool building that was built is the I think it's called the Freedom Tower, where the Twin Towers was. They built that new one. It's gonna make me. What's the name of the new tower built at the Twin Towers Plaza? What is the name of the tower built at Freedom Plaza? One World Trade Center, Freedom Tower. I think it's cool how that jet's mounted. But could you imagine how strong that one support has to be? Because of wind and rain and the badass plane. But just all the weather that hits DC and hitting someone that's got to fly. So if enough wind hits it in the right angle, it's going to have a lot of lift pulling up on it.
Everything's always bad. Everything's a disaster.
Yeah, you can empty it all out, and it's still going to be a couple thousand pounds.
So like for
How much does an F-16 weigh? Yeah, an F-16 weighs 20,300 pounds. So even if you gut that some bitch down to just the skin, it's still 3,000 or 4,000 pounds. I didn't realize an F-16 weighed that much. It's like, what do they got in there? Fucking lead? 20,000 pounds. Okay, come on, Reuters. Again, unprofessional. I mean, 20,000 pounds. What's the weight of a Peterbilt semi truck? A Peterbilt semi truck or tractor can weigh anywhere from 10,000 to 25,000 pounds. What's the weight of a Peterbilt 379? 17,500. And that's a freaking semi truck. I mean, come on now. Why does a jet weigh that much? Oh, the live stream has ended. Okay, here we go. What's the weight of the stealth bomber? Oh my God. 158,100 pounds for a stealth bomber. What's the weight of Air Force One? Whoo, the Air Force One is a fat woman. 833,000 pounds. God damn. Yeah, right. but yet we're the dumbest nation in the world. And if you really here's something. When was the Wright brothers' first flight? 1903. 1903 was the first powered flight. And now we got all these jets and everything. Basically 122 years. And now we're flying. Well, if you think about it, hang on here. My brain's going. When was the first Concorde jet built? (1969). How many years from 1902 to 1969? 67 years. So in 67 years, we went from the first powered flight to a supersonic passenger jet that could fly from New York to Paris in like 2 hours. That's just, that is mind blowing. Yeah, I understand it's supposed to fly in the wind. I wasn't talking about the actual jet. I was talking about the base that it's mounted to. And whatever concrete they have in the freaking ground to hold that thing there. Because it's not like the wind turbines that are, all aerodynamic. I mean, this is a jet that if enough wind hits it from the front, it's going to start making pressure, pulling it up. Because you could take a paper airplane and throw it, and it's only going to fly for a certain distance till the speed, the force brings it down. But you could tie a string to the front end of it and hang it off the front of your box fan, and it could fly forever. It's just freaking, see, stuff like that just amazes me. Or how these big buildings, like the Twin Towers, are designed to move, to not be noticeable that they're moving. But that solid building, it's all welded, it's designed to move. I think the Twin Towers, the video that I watched, it was like they would move like 30 feet at the top. Mind blowing. I don't know if there's any other live stuff on. But yeah, whoever was live streaming for Reuters did a horrible job. And there's supposed to be a press conference. Press conferences are boring. Even though, man, the new press secretary, whew, God dang. But also, as I've been saying, is all this a distraction? When was this?
quite a beautiful place. I don't want to tell this, Marco pointed it out. I was going to leave the clock. So as president, you have
Wow,
the
Trump
power.
doesn't have his
If I go into the State Department or
No,
Department of
red
Commerce
tie
or
on?
Treasury, if I see anything that I like, I'm allowed to take it. Do you believe this? So I'm in Marco's, I see this gorgeous clock, grandfather clock, and there it is. I said, Marco. He didn't know about it. I had to read him the rule and regulation. I said, Marco, I love this clock. Look at it. It's beautiful. He said, what clock? I said, the clock that's in the other room is incredible, and nobody gets to see it there. Marco, I tried to talk him into it first, and it sort of worked, and then I had to use a little more. I said, I'd love to take that clock out and put
I
it in
still
the
don't
cabinet room. He
trust
said, no,
Marco
are you
Rubio.
serious? I said, Marco, I have the right to do it, Marco. And he said, all right, what the hell? So that's his contribution to the cabinet room. But it's, by the way, it's an incredible clock. And, you know, it's an important room. So you may see it again. Maybe we'll move it back sometime. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. But it really is great. Here we put out, you know, these lamps have been very important, actually. Whether people love them or not, but if you see pictures like Pearl Harbor,
Yeah, Rubio
Tora,
speaks
Tora,
well,
you
but so
see
does
movies
Obama.
about the White House where wars are being discussed. Oftentimes they'll show those lamps or something like those lamps, something that looks like them,
Exactly.
probably not the real
See,
stuff.
great
I don't
minds
think
think
they're allowed to. This is a very
alike.
important room. This is a sacred room. And I don't think they made movies from here. You never know
I
what they
feel
do.
so sorry
But
for
they
the
were
guys
missing
that got to hold those
medallions.
boom
See the
mics.
medallions on top? They had
You
a
got
chain
one
going
hand
into
here,
the ceiling.
one hand here.
And I
holding
said, you
it-
can't do
holding the
that. You
mic
have to
up.
have a medallion. They said, what's a medallion? I said, I'll show you. And we got some beautiful medallions, and you see them. They were put up there. Makes the lamps look better. So we did these
I'm
changes.
glad
and,
Trump's
you know,
back in
when
the
you
White
think of
House
it, the cost
because the
was
White House,
almost nothing. We also
looks so
painted
much
the room
better.
a nice color.
from the
beige
pictures that
color. And
I've seen.
it's been really something. The only question
Because
is,
man,
will I
under
gold leaf
Biden,
the corners? You could maybe tell me my
it
cabinet
looks
could
like
take-
a 90s
You
motel.
see the top line moldings, and the only question is, do you gold leaf it? Because you can't paint it. If you paint it, it won't look good because they've never found a paint that looks like gold. You see that in the Oval Office. They've tried for years and years. Somebody could become very wealthy, but they've never found a paint that looks like gold. So painting it is easy, but it won't look right. And the question is whether or not we should gold leaf it. Linda, do you have
All
an
right.
opinion?
Then you got to
You like it the
take
way? You'd gold leaf it?
a
Who
little
would gold leaf it?
play
Today?
from the
How
people
about-
that do
Would you
pinstripe,
gold leaf it?
that build,
Your favorite president.
custom
Well,
cars.
McKinley was a great president who never got credit. In fact,
You can do
they
what's
changed the
called
name of
gold
Mount
leaf.
McKinley, and I changed it back.
It's a
Because he should
fucking
have
lot
been,
of
the
work
people of
and it's
Ohio were very, he was the
expensive,
governor of
but
Ohio. The people of
it
Ohio
looks
were
amazing if
very
it's
happy when I
done.
did that. I heard they were very
Done right.
insulted. They took the name of Mount McKinley off. That was done by Obama a little while ago, and I had to change it back. I changed it back. He actually was a great president. He was a president. He was the tariff, the most, I guess, since me.
Yeah, if you want to
I
watch
think I'm
some
going to outdo him.
really
but
cool
he was a
videos,
tariff president. He
watch
believed that
people
other
do,
countries should pay for the privilege
gold
of coming
leafing.
into our country and taking our jobs
They,
and
take
taking our
these, like,
treasure. That's the way he explained
tissue
it. They took
paper
our jobs
thin
and they took
pieces
our
of real
treasure,
gold,
and for that they should pay. And he made them
and
pay,
they
and he built
they
a
put glue
tremendous
down where
fortune.
they
In
want
fact,
to
in
put it, like on the stripe
1887,
or something.
they had the Great Tariff
Then they
Committee
put
was set up in
the
1887.
They
because
gold leaf on
our
it,
country had so much money,
and
we
they have
didn't
to
know what
take
to
like
do
this
with it.
little
And they set
jobber
up a
thing.
committee of, as
and
they
press
called
it
them,
on there.
elites. A term that we have to change, because I think a lot of the people that are elites aren't elite. I think the people that
It's
aren't
so
elite
freaking
are
cool.
elite. So we're gonna have to maybe switch that around somehow. But
I've
they
watched
had a
tons of
committee that
videos
was
doing
set up
that, and
to spend
people
the
doing
money, because it was
pinstriping
such a large
on
amount of money
cars,
at that
and
time. It was
I've been
nobody
following
had
this
seen
guy
anything
on
like it. And it all
Facebook
came
that
in from tariffs.
is a
And people didn't
blacksmith.
pay tax. There was no income tax system. I told you that came back in 1913. That came back and lived well for a while. And then you had the Great Depression. And then later, they tried to bring back tariffs, but the whole thing was, this was after the Depression. That was one of the great misconceptions, is people like to say, oh, but it was during the, no, the country had a Great Depression. And then after the Depression, long after it started, they brought back tariffs to see if they could save it. But it took them really 25 years. When you say
Landscape
25
is
years
there.
to get out of the Great Depression, a lot of people don't understand that. But I thought it would be interesting for you to get a little view of this room. This is a very important room, very powerful room.
Backpack leap
Great
blower
room.
to move up.
And we've done similar, but even beyond this, in the Oval Office, we brought back
We don't
pictures
get it.
of some of the great presidents. Many of
Yeah,
them were in the vaults
supposedly,
for over 100 years.
We're supposed to be
Originals
well,
all
they're working on trying to get us
beautiful
everybody a
things.
$600
Rather
check.
than sitting in a
All
vault
this money that they made
downstairs
off of the tariffs.
for 128 years.
Tell
I
you
thought we should
$600
display
would
that,
freaking help,
and we
but
did that, I think, in
yeah.
a really good way. We've
I made a
got
video on
very
my
high
TikTok
marks,
saying,
but it's interesting. People
about
walk
the
into that room and they look
$5,000
around the room. They don't
that
even want to
Doge
talk to
was
me. They could
working on.
look at it for
For all the money that
hours.
Doge is
It's
saving.
funny when people come into the Oval Office. It's such an incredible,
Remember,
it's a
like
sacred
3
place.
months ago, they're like,
When
"Oh,
people
we're
come
going to
into
send
the Oval,
everybody a
from the biggest people
$5,000
in the world, the presidents,
check.
prime
$5,000 check
ministers,
would help me and
kings,
my wife out.
queens,
Immense
one case
right
at
now.
least, queens, and the biggest business people in the
One
world. They
week out
walk
of
into
this
that office, and
shithole
they always say there's no place
fucking quit.
like this in the whole world in terms of the power. And I mean, it's beautiful and all, but there are other beautiful offices. You have businessmen that have offices that are,
Here's something that
you
I
know,
found out
full
earlier.
floors of office
Found
buildings,
out on
floor to
TikTok.
ceiling glass, and they walk in there and they
The
say,
Oval Office
"There's
isn't
no
in the
place
main
like
part
this
of
anywhere
the
in the
White
world.
House.
There's no place." And
It's like
when it
way off on
represents
the
maybe
side.
more than the physicality of the room itself. So it's an honor to have you all, media. It's an honor to have you. I just want to say we have a fantastic cabinet. Every one of them is a star in my book. And if they're not, I'll let you know about it. I'll throw them to the wolves.
Yeah,
I'll
I
throw 'em
love
to
that
the wolves
about
in
you.
2 seconds.
You will
Because
call
our
the
country comes
motherfucker out.
first, right? But I just want to thank you all for being here. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, press, everybody. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
I'll tell you.
Oh,
I'll tell you
Pete
something.
Hicks said.
Thank you.
All right, here's my choice for
Thank
the
you,
next
press.
president and vice
Thank you,
president.
press.
Are we talking about
President
next
J.D.
week or
Vance.
yes?
I like
You
it.
want to move down? You have some room
Vice
over here.
President Pete
If
Hicks.
you want, you could leave the cameras there. It's fine. But
I
if
think
you want,
Marco
there's a lot
Rubio
of
needs
room
to
up
stay
here.
in the position that he's in. I
You see an inch, you move out to the end if you.
think Tom Holman needs to
Way
stay
out
in
to
the
the left.
position that he's in. But President and Vice President, J.D.
Are
Vance,
you able to
Pete
get them
Hicks.
all in the room? Are they in?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay? Thank you very much. We've had a tremendous 6 months, and we've had a tremendous 2 weeks, which now is, I guess,
Yeah,
3
I
weeks.
keep telling everybody,
And we
TikTok,
have a tremendous
TikTok.
group of people here that have
I haven't
done a
been
great,
seeing any
unified,
huge
beautiful job.
arrests.
I want in particular,
See
because of
all the
what
shit
she's
all
gone
over
through this
social media.
last
Oh,
few days,
Obama's going to
done an
be
incredible job.
indicted,
As you know,
because all the Russia
Christy,
collusion
you,
shit.
I'm going to ask you to say a few
We're
words
going
about
to
Texas.
arrest all these
The
people.
first person there was the first person I saw
People
on
seem
television.
to
Was you,
forget.
actually. And you've
The
worked great with the
midterm
governor, who's terrific.
come first.
And you might want to tell
The
little bit
midterms
about
are only like
the trials and
a year and a
tribulations,
half
but
away.
we appreciate the job that you and everybody have done. You had
How
people
long
there as
till the
fast as
midterm?
anybody's ever seen. So really appreciate it. We all do. And maybe you could say a few words.
Well,
How
thank you,
many
Mr.
days
President.
till
I want
the
to thank you for
midterm
your
election?
leadership. Texas is strong, and the people of Texas are incredibly strong. They've gone through something that is absolutely horrific. And it is heartbreaking to watch
450
these families
days till the midterm.
suffer the way that they are. As soon as
Yeah.
this
Year and a
flash
half.
flooding event happened, the governor has activated his emergency responders. Nim Kidd is his emergency management director, who is incredible, and has immediately worked with the local first responders to get help to individuals and get them evacuated, put requests into me. We deployed, sir, right away, as you know, because you and I were talking a lot during this time, the Coast Guard. We also had some assets out of Customs and Border Protection. Our board TAC teams went in and helped with rescues and clearing debris so that we could get roads open and people get the help that they need. I think when I got there the most, sir, that day, as soon as I arrived on site, was getting a briefing from all the emergency responders, was just how unified they were in focusing on the fact that we're there to save lives. They were there to rescue people, find people who were still alive, and to reunify them with their family members. We as a federal government don't manage these disasters. The state does. We come in and support them. And that's exactly what we did here in this situation. FEMA went to an enhanced level immediately, but as soon as you signed the major disaster declaration, we were able to get them resources and dollars right away, just like you envisioned through state block grants to help them with cleanup. And we're still there in presence, and FEMA's been deployed, and we're cutting through the paperwork of the old FEMA, streamlining it much like your vision of how FEMA should operate. And it's been a much better response to help these families.
Yeah, that's one of the things
get
that
through this
our
terrible
government has
situation.
too
We
much
still
of,
are
too
looking
much
for
fucking
people.
paperwork.
We're still looking for a lot of little girls and other family members that were camping along that river. They will continue until they find every
Well,
single
stop with the
person,
weather
and we will continue to
modification.
help them and assist
Then we
in
won't
that. I
have
was
floods.
surprised when I got there
But,
at the camp that day.
if you ask
right
the
after
leftists, there
this
is no
happened,
such thing as weather
The parents that
modification.
were there, the parents that were looking for their children and picking up
Yeah,
their
look at how many floods we've
daughter's
had
stuffed animals out of the mud.
just here in the
and finding
U.S.
Their
in the
daughter's
past
shoe
month.
that might be laying in the cabin, and just hugging and comforting people matters a lot. I'm extremely grateful for God's hand in that whole situation, because hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people were saved. And this is a time for all of us in this country
And I
to
know
remember
people want
that
to
we were
go
created to serve each other.
hang out by rivers.
God created us to
They
take care
want to
of each other.
put their
And that when
cabin
we do
next to a
that, we are
river.
happier, we are more fulfilled, and
To
we
me, a
can
smart
walk
person would
alongside
be
people
like,
on their worst day and help them
if this river
get through it
floods,
and come out the other side.
where's the water going?
Knowing that we can continue to live a life that God has
It's
purpose
going
for us. So
from
they're grateful
bluff
for you.
to bluff.
Several times the day after the flooding, you
That's
and
the
Melania were on the
natural
phone with me, and I want to
flow
thank you
of the river.
for that. That meant the world. I was able to
So
tell
maybe
many of
not
those
build
folks
your
that
shit
I had been visiting with
right
you, and that
next
you
to
had
the
said whatever
water.
they need, Christy, let's deploy it and get it down there and be helpful. And on
It's
Sunday,
like
when
there's
the
a
families were waiting
fucking
at a church
railroad
to identify
in
their children's
California
bodies, Franklin Graham
that Amtrak
and
takes
I
all
called
the
in
time.
and prayed with the families and read some scripture with them, and
And
he
it's
was
slowly
incredible in
getting
making himself
washed
available
away.
to
They're
that as
still
well. We'll
using
be
it,
back down there in a
but
couple
I
of
wouldn't
days
ride a fucking
and
train on it.
continue to do all we can. But
It's
this
slowly getting
is a
washed away
unprecedented
because
event. It really is.
it's like
There's
right
been
on the fucking
tragedies
beach.
like this around the country, but everyone is unique
Stupid.
in different situations. And
But
the
yet
response
people
the
think
federal
I'm
government
dumb
had
for living
supporting
in
the state
Phoenix,
through this.
Arizona.
I'm proud of the people that
Well, how do you
stepped
deal
up
with
and
the heat?
immediately
You
came.
go
The Coast Guard,
inside.
when they came in, they had a difficult time even getting
How
the
do you guys
aircraft
deal
in
with the
and landed.
winter
They had
where
to try several
most
times in the
people
weather
live?
to get it in
Where it's
and
zero
deploy. And I think
and
we
snow
heard
like
about,
son of a bitch and
our one Coast Guard member that
multiple feet of
was
fucking
responsible
snow.
for saving over 165 people.
You
But that
stay
entire
inside.
crew did incredible work. And all the first responders there did
When
incredible
you guys
work.
are
And I know
out
people are
shoveling
getting
your
tired
cars
now,
out.
but they're getting reinforcements and volunteers are showing
When
up.
you guys are out
And I just want to commend the governor and his
shoveling
team
your
for
cars
being the
out
leaders. And they're so thankful that you're
in the
letting
middle of
them
winter.
make the decisions and manage the response.
I'm
that
out
they
here
should be,
in flip flops and
and then us
basketball
supporting
shorts,
them with the resources of the
enjoying
federal government. We've already
50
deployed
degree
dollars to the
sunshine.
state, much like the block grants that you've talked about.
Yes,
So
it's hot as
very
fuck
grateful
right
for that,
now. We
sir.
just had a day a few days ago where it was 118.
Breaking of a dam. Because this was almost a wave that was.
But
ended up
trust
being
me,
30 feet high more.
My wife was born and
Yeah,
raised in
yeah.
Ohio. I was born and raised in
But this
Missouri.
approached almost with that
I'll
speed.
take
When you see
118
the
and
dam break,
10%
it's not the
humidity
east side, it wipes out
over
everything. This is
95
been
degrees
built
and
up so
95% humidity.
fast. And it's happened
Any
two,
day
three
of
times
the
before
damn
over the
week.
years, but not to this extent. But tell them when you met the father who was picking up the
I-
daughter's clothing and.
I had walked through the cabin where all the little girls died. And I had kind of fallen apart in there, but I walked out of the cabin and a gentleman was standing there and he said,
And yes,
that
it's
man over
super
there
hot
is
here for
And so I walked
3
over
months.
to him and I hugged him and I said, "Do you work here?" And he said, "No, my
2
little girl
weeks
lives in
in
that cabin."
June,
And he said,
July,
"I just found her best friend
August, and then
about an
2
hour and a
weeks
half
in
ago. She passed away."
September.
And he just fell apart.
And
so
that's
then
it.
We just
The rest of the time, it's
hugged
gorgeous
and
here.
talked for probably an hour about that. But then there was the grandpa was there looking for his granddaughter as well. There was a dad there of one of the counselors.
Well, I was watching the
The
channel
counselor was alive,
Junkyard
but she was
Digs
dealing with the
last
fact that
night.
she had hung on to some of these girls.
They were driving through
and was
some
trying to keep them out of the
driving down a
floodwaters
2-lane
and
blacktop
had
with
gotten hit by
flat
something and
fields
had
on both
lost
sides.
2 of the
And he was
girls.
like, "Man,
And
it's
he
so
wasn't able
beautiful
to hang on to
out here."
them.
And I'm
Was
like,
gonna live the rest of her life
"Beautiful
thinking about
what? There's just
that moment when she
fields.
wasn't able to hang on to these girls.
What's there to look at
But
other than
these parents were
fields?
picking up
You
Flat
know, kayak to
fields.
compare hundreds of travel sites at once? I like to do things myself.
what I knew that was her dress and my daughter's friend's dress. So he was picking it up and
And
putting
if
it
you
in the
watch
bag
any
so
of
he
my
could put it
driving and
there.
talking videos,
So it was.
we got mountains all over
and
the place
director
here.
was there comforting
Hell, the
everybody.
Superstition
who had
Mountains
lost his father
are about
the night before too. And he was
7 or
still
8
there
miles from me.
trying to facilitate all of these parents.
Big, humongous
grieving
mountain
their
range.
children and find them. So the strength of
And if you ever
people
want to research some
incredible.
crazy
One
shit,
of the things that I asked
do some research about the myths
have escorts or
of the
counselors when
Superstition
parents come in.
Mountains.
So from that point,
Lost
that when they
Dutchman
came
gold
into the
mine.
camp, that they have somebody with them when they're going.
That shit
looking
will send you down
for
a rabbit
children's
hole.
belongings or looking for their children, and so very emotional, but also just so tragic.
I've had people say,
The
"Well, don't you miss the
relationship with
snow?"
Texas and the governors
No, I can go
is
play in the
for
snow
years.
whenever I want.
But the relationship with Texas.
It's a
and
2.5 hour
first
drive
responders and us,
to Flagstaff,
we have first
Arizona, which
responders
is
and lots of other
8,000
people.
foot
We brought in a lot of helicopters from
elevation.
all over. And we had a lot of helicopters. It was actually dangerous. A lot of helicopters up there, but they were real pros. And they were
Now I won't be able to
responsible
play
for
very
pulling out
long
a
up
lot of
there
people.
because,
And we got them there fast.
you know, I've got a
And,
bad heart. And if
Texas
I
had some
spend
good
a lot
ones,
of
too.
time in
But,
high
the response
elevation,
has been incredible.
I start
And,
hurting.
The fact that we got along so well, I don't know, I don't even think that's a political thing, but we got along so well and it was.
I
so
don't
beautiful.
mind the
Thank a lot
color of the,
milestones, and
mountains.
It could have been as bad as it was, and you could have lost double or triple. This thing was just.
I mean, because what? You get
Really horrible. Well.
brown mountains or you get
congratulations on a
green
great job,
mountains.
and appreciate it. I know you're
And
going
all
down.
it takes is
I'll be
one
going
little
down on Friday
wildfire
with,
to come through to
First
turn those
Lady.
green mountains
Be taking
to
a trip, and we don't want to get
ash.
in anyone's way because that's what happens. The president goes and
So how-
everybody's around.
how are you
focused.
doing,
I don't
Ray?
want anyone to focus on us, but it's possible.
Yeah,
they could have.
I don't know if you
some
understand
mistakes,
how
you know,
Arizona
A lot
works.
of areas. It's a big area.
People that live
Probably
outside of
unregulated, but
Tucson
They could be. I mean, they're thinking. they
don't
could
go
be
to
possible, but,
Tucson.
what a tragic
Tucson is like
situation.
the
Good job,
unofficial
Kevin. See you on Friday.
butthole of the state
Finish
of
out the day
Arizona.
here. I think you've been reading a lot about, it's a terrible topic when you talk about financial after this, but we have a big country and we've been doing very well. The tariffs, as you know. are
Exactly,
starting
man.
to come in at
I'm the
record
same
levels.
way.
Tremendous amounts of money are coming in to our country. We never did that before. We're not used to, we only have tariffs going out. We only adhere.
I
to
got to
the
go
rules
in and
and
have
regulations who charge us
a test done on my
tremendous tariffs.
right hip
because we were led by stupid people.
because
Or people
it's
without
been
any
doing this
business
weird,
And I'd like to ask.
weird
Doug
sharp
if you
pain
could talk a little bit about
every
how
now
well
and
we're
then.
doing with regard
And
to
I mean
the
sharp
money coming
pain,
in.
like,
The big money will
like
start
Chuck
coming in
E.
on,
you know, got his
August
hands
1st. I think it was
wrapped around my
made clear to
leg and
by
shoving a
the
knife into
letters
it.
that were sent out yesterday and today. Go ahead, please.
And it just comes and goes. But I told my cardiologist, and he was all like, "Yeah, that shouldn't be happening."
This year, and that's with the tariffs.
So they got me
the major
scheduled
tariffs
for
not having
a bunch of
started until
tests.
The second quarter. So we
They're gonna
do
start off with
expect
an
that to be
ultrasound,
well over 300 billion by the end of the year.
which I don't
We
like.
agree with
I have to get
CBO
them done to
scoring,
my
but for those who
my
do,
heart.
The CBO scored
Being
tariff inflow
slathered
in the
up
next
with
10 years
KY
at
jelly.
2.8 trillion, which we think is probably low. And,
in the area that's not
under your
my
leadership,
my
we're
manhood
witnessing
is just
Don't
gross.
During this last little, the great, big, beautiful bill, I always use the word great. I had that.
You should.
really use it.
Actually, there's
Never done
a
anything like it, actually. And
advocacy
I want to thank
an
all the Republicans
advocacy
that,
group in Mesa here
voted for it. And I want
that
to,
I
you know,
used
scold the Democrats
when
because
I
they're voting for tax
I
cuts, they're
filed
voting
for it.
no tax on
I got
no tax on
approved for
Social
it,
Security, no
but
tax on
how
overtime.
it works
You
here
know, many other things far more important than that. Great
is
healthcare, uh,
when
and
you're
frankly,
married,
every
your wife's
Democrat should
income
lose
is
their
considered
election
yours.
because it was purely
Yeah,
political.
tell my
They were
fucking
told
wife
not to
that.
vote for it. So think of it. We got
But when you're married,
218
you're
to 2.
no, I don't know what it is
And then
now,
with the Senate,
but it was
50 to 3.
$2,466
Not one
gross.
positive vote with all of the good things in
You
there.
take out
Economic
taxes,
development money,
that means you're
tremendous
making about
water money.
$10 an hour.
Now you're
For me to
loaded
get
up on water,
$900 a month,
and I don't think we're going to need so much of it.
ain't
'cause
fucking happening.
we had zero come in last month, so I'm not sure how much of it we want to spend. You may think about that. You may actually think about saving a lot of money because the wall's been largely built and it obviously worked, but you may want to think about that. But,
I don't
so,
remember where the group
I
was.
think
I
it's
do
incredible
remember
when I
that they
watch
were right off of the
Democrats, and they
light
have
rail.
standard lines like
Some
they had Russia,
disability advocacy
they had,
group. And what they do is they do
laptop
all
from
the
Iraq, all came
the
from Russia.
lawyer
They
stuff.
They make things up and
And
they go with
then
it, and they feed it to you people.
if
Many
you
cases,
don't
and
win,
it's
you ain't
so
got to
much.
pay them nothing.
And I hear
If
the
you
new
do
line
win,
is
they
death.
take
You
a
know,
certain
it's death.
percentage out
Everyone's
of
gonna die.
however
It's nothing
much
to do
you
with
win.
death. In fact, we're saving our country. Death is from allowing 25 million people into our country. Of
Disability
which 3 or 4
Advocacy
are
Group, Mesa,
stone
Arizona.
cold, hard criminals. 11,888 are murderers, many of them committing more than one murder. That's death. And the Democrats did that. Joe Biden did that by allowing people to come in here. Just
Yeah, it was
we
called
got
the
checked like
Disability
that.
Help Group.
Open borders, open borders. The whole world was dumped into our country from prisons, from gangs, from mental institutions. We have many people
At
walking the streets,
1833
walking in
West
areas
Main
that we
Street.
don't know anything about that came out of insane asylums. They released their insane asylum, the insane asylum.
Yeah, I got to call my
into our country.
foot
And
doctor later.
It's amazing the job that you and Tom
The
Holman
joys
are
of
doing
having
with that.
diabetes.
But we have to get them out, and we have no choice. We have to get them out, and we are getting them out. And so, Pete, you want to tell them about our great military and how well we did with respect to the bombers and the B-2? We had
And
the
then
pilots
because
here
I'm
2 days ago.
50
and
years
incredible
old,
people, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
got to go in and get a
Truly
colonoscopy.
Historic mission and demonstrated the skill and courage of the United States military. From those B-2 pilots and families that we had a chance to meet,
Which,
sir,
you know,
to the fighter
most
pilots, to
people are all
the
like,
to the
oh my God, they're going to
maintainers,
shove a
to
camera
defenders who
up
defended the base.
your butt.
What was demonstrated on the world stage
You
was
don't
American
feel
military
it.
might and capability. And it wasn't just Fordo and as
Remember,
Farhan
everyone, I
alluded
had
to
double
notice in
cataract
Iran.
surgery.
It
I had
was
a
the rest of the
cataract in
world
both eyeballs.
that we have
I had
decisive
needles
leaders
shoved in my
who
eyes.
use these capabilities, which are the best.
I was so
controls,
numbed up,
President
you could have hit
Fordo,
me with
no one else could have done
Ray's
what
truck,
America did there
and
on
I
that
wouldn't have
battle,
felt it.
and everyone took notice of that. With the one big beautiful bill, sir, we've got 150.
My whole thing about
billion
the
additional
whole
to invest in Golden
colonoscopy
Dome and all the other weapon systems and stockpiles.
is the
shipbuilding,
prep for
priorities
it.
of yours. Another month, another historic.
Having to
recruiting.
take all that
Paul,
nasty
it's
stuff
not just the
to
Army and the
flush
Marine Corps,
everything
it's the
out.
Navy, the Air
But
Force,
I
and the Space
guarantee
Force,
you,
all
though,
historically ahead
when I do
of
get
where
scheduled
they've
for
ever
it,
been. So historic spirit
before I
inside
take all that prep,
military.
I'm going
We
to
had a
step
chance
on
to
my
meet
scale
Dale, Marco, and I,
and
and
take a
see
video
how
of the
the world
weight.
responds to us
And
saying
then
that
when
we're
I'm
going to
done with
shoulder
all
the
that
burden and take
and
the lead
everything
for our
is
continent,
out
it
of
only
me,
happens with President Trump leading.
I'm going to do a
We're
video
proud
and
to be
see how
part
much
of this
weight I
quality
fucking
border,
lost.
sir, with now a fourth national defense area where we're helping get to that number 0 and securing the border. But that
The poop in a
mission,
box method.
Operation Midnight Hammer, re-established deterrence. It reversed what happened in Afghanistan. You saw the debacle of what Biden allowed to happen in Afghanistan, and what that
See,
did to our
I've
image.
been
President
I've been
Trump
into the
said,
doctor and been to the hospital so
Operation
many
Midnight
times.
Hammer, we're reestablishing American leadership and deterrence, and we're proud to be a part of it, sir.
And our so-called enemies were
It's
watching.
it's
They
nothing
watched every minute of it. They
new to
watched.
me.
There was very few people that weren't watching, actually.
The coolest
They
thing,
watched every minute. It was a perfect
the coolest
military
thing that ever
performance.
was ever done at a
We haven't
hospital
seen in a long time.
is
I
when they
mean, you
went in
compare
and put
that to
stents in
the
my
same
chest.
country, the hostages
I was wide awake,
years ago. Jimmy Carter was unfortunate.
looking at a great
Nice
big,
man,
like
but
65-inch
with the
monitor.
helicopters going down,
Old school one,
Sands
probably a
Holding,
probably a
prisoners,
plasma TV.
capture, then the election, and the
But I got to
prisoners,
see them
Franklin, and all
run the
problems.
camera up in
It was
me
nothing but
and
problems. And,
run the stents in and stuff.
and
That was
a
pretty
failure.
fucking
And ours
cool.
was not only
I
the
asked to
pilots,
video it, but
those
the doctor
machines
was like,
flew for
no.
37 straight hours. They didn't stop. They went skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle.
Every time I go in to get something done,
Somebody said skedaddle.
that's the first thing I
Get the
ask.
hell out of here.
Can I video
And
it?
every bomb hit its mark and hit it.
And they're always
hit
like,
it
no.
incredibly.
And I'm
As you
like,
know,
man,
the
why
Atomic
not?
Energy Commission
Come
said
on
it's
now.
gone. That place is gone. We had a lot of fake reporting, mostly from CNN, where
People
a
want
scammer
to see
writer-
this.
A writer for CNN, who should be fired, by the way. She was involved with the 51 fake intelligence agents, if you remember
Yep.
that. She did that story, created a story.
In that,
She created a story
in that
a
twilight mode,
laptop from hell,
or just
saying it
numbed
came from
up.
Russia, but it
Because
actually came from
when I
my
had my eyes done,
bedroom or worse.
man, I was so
And,
numb.
just a scammer. She's
Like
still
I,
at CNN, which is
I was
pretty
serious when
amazing.
I said
But
you could take
we'll-
your
we'll
truck
ask
and
a
hit
question
me
about
with it,
her.
and I wouldn't have felt it.
but they came up with this concept that maybe the attack was
When I got home 4 hours later,
maybe,
and the
I
numbing
saw
stuff
it
wore
happen
off,
right after the attack. I
before
saw
the
this person
Tylenol
sit
had
and
kicked
actually
in the
watch. I like
first
to
time,
watch the enemy.
because I was all like, "Oh, I don't need
And I
this
watched
Tylenol
what they
800.
where they're coming
I'm
from.
fine. I
And
don't
watched
feel
her say,
anything."
Anderson, you
Well,
know,
4 hours after being home,
I'm hearing stories that
I started
maybe
feeling
they
the
didn't hit
pain.
their target. Maybe it
So I
wasn't
popped
that
one of
guy,
those
and,
gigantic,
we're hearing
you
stories.
know,
The next day
horse
was a little
pill
more.
Tylenol
The next day a little more. After 3
800s.
days, she was saying, you know, I don't know. I don't
And
think
it took
was
about
that-
45 minutes for that pill to
that
start
everybody
working.
knew it was hit perfectly.
Well, at about
The
30
evidence is in
minutes, the
planes,
pain,
the
the
evidence
numbing
from
stuff
the
wore
pilots
off
is the
totally.
best evidence. But they actually came
And
out of
oh
their
my
planes.
God,
They
it
were here
fucking
the other
hurt.
day and they said,
But I am so glad
so
I got
sad.
it done.
We did such a
I'm
good
so
job.
glad
We
I
were in
got it
very
done.
dangerous airspace. I'll never forget. We were in the Situation Room.
Now I still need to get
and
glasses,
They said they have entered Iranian airspace, and everyone took it.
which everybody was like,
because
I
they
thought
had
you had your
more
eyes
missiles
fixed.
pointed at
No,
them.
I
The
had my eyes
equipment is
fixed
so good,
via
stealth, up in
cataracts.
the air, and it
So
was
I
stealth,
could
and they
see
went right
clear.
through that.
It's
And
just
they sort of-
fuzzy.
By the time they found
It's
out
been
they were there,
fuzzy
they
since
were
I was
done.
in
That was the
7th
word,
fucking
skedaddle.
grade.
Get the hell out of here. But they were right in the most dangerous airspace in the world, and they took those big, beautiful, very fast,
Yeah, have you ever seen the size of a Tylenol 800?
really beautiful works of art.
I swear that
always
thing's
thought
like
they
an
sort
inch
of
long
cool.
and a half-inch
Now they
thick.
look cool, don't they, huh?
I had
Look
a
at this table from here
infection
to there. They had
in
a-
my
a
jaw,
half a refrigerator
'cause I
door
got
is the
really
way
bad
best
teeth.
explain it. Take a refrigerator door.
and I
apple
went to
size,
the
cut it in half.
urgent
That was
care.
their target. They hit every
Yeah, it wasn't
single
very
one. Then
urgent.
We had 30 missiles, Tomahawk shot from.
So
somewhere
anyway,
200 miles
I'm in
away.
there,
Every one of them.
and they
hit
give
perfect.
me
It was
a script
perfect mission. Then they
for
came back
for
almost 37
amoxicillin,
hours. Every
which is
plane
just
worked
as fucking
perfect.
big,
The mechanics were here too. I said, you got to get.
and
the
I'm
mechanics
having
here.
trouble
We didn't have any
swallowing,
problems.
which is why I went
If you remember, they had a
to the
lot of
urgent
problems
care.
with the helicopters, but they did fly.
And I get the
dust storms,
fucking pill, and
which
I'm
should be
like,
done. Sometimes you say,
yeah, how the
right,
fuck
and
am I
then
supposed to
said,
swallow this?
Dust and sand.
So
don't
I
go well
set
with
it on my
helicopters if you know
kitchen
much about
counter.
helicopters, but that was a
And I took my
horrible
hammer and
embarrassment.
smashed it all
We
up.
had Afghanistan, which I think was the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, and we would have gotten out. I was the one that got him down. I would have kept Bagram, the big air base. Which
Yeah,
right now is controlled by
I wasn't
China.
about to
One-
try to
among the
swallow
most
that
powerful runways in the world.
big ass
Thick,
amoxicillin
thick
pill.
with concrete and steel.
Uh-uh.
Anything could land, and right now they were 1 hour away.
And it
from
was
where China
all
makes its nuclear weapons.
be-
I was keeping it
Because
outside of
I
that
take
window,
a,
and I would have been out
a
faster
natural
than that, and we
product
would have gotten
from
out with strength and
Dr.
dignity.
Christopher.
Instead, that was the most botched up mess
Let me,
I've ever seen. They left
pull it
all
up
that
here.
equipment behind. And
It's a
every year they have
natural
a parade
antibiotic.
running down some third-rate street with the equipment. You know, it's supposed to be Fifth
I'll
Avenue, it
show
doesn't
you.
work. But with all that equipment that they left,
And,
they should have taken every ounce of it. I was taking every. I said every screw, every bolt, every nail.
We hadn't ordered it
Take
soon
out of it.
enough.
And Millie said, I remember one time, sir, we're better off leaving the equipment. Why? Well, it's cheaper. I said, cheaper? You mean it's cheaper to leave a $150 million airplane? rather than flying into Pakistan or India or someplace, or just flying it straight home. It's cheap. Yes, sir. That's when I knew he
Let
was an
me-
idiot.
Pull it up on the screen here. This stuff. I take 2 of these every single day. And you can see it's all natural stuff. But as rotted out as my teeth are, I don't get toothache pain. And you can see it's 100 pills for $19. Well worth the money. And he has all this other stuff too. We normally get the double pack. You can see here it says herbal blend designed to support the body's natural defense system. That stuff works fucking great.
We're told that on television they were reporting that we may have missed our targets. Sir, we hit every target.
But,
That's what
you
I
know,
do
we
for a
didn't
living. We hit
Order
every
it
target.
in time because
In
normally it
fact,
takes like
when I saw
a week or so to get in.
bombs hit,
And man, once it was out of my system, man, it was like, rah, here comes the fucking nasty shit.
Brighter than the sun. It was like looking into the sun. He goes, we hit our target, because you know what that was? That was.
I would love to be able to afford
And,
to get my
they were
teeth fixed.
a little
My
down
daughter
because
said she
they
would pay
listened
for
to
it.
that fake
So I
CNN
went to a
reporting,
dentist.
and the fake
Got a
New York
whole
Times, they worked together
slew of
to
x-rays.
try and say that it wasn't perfect.
And for
They
me to
couldn't
get
say
nasty fake
you
teeth,
missed. All they could say is,
$18,000.
you ought to fire that reporter immediately. You should fire her.
She almost
Really
cried
fake.
when I told her.
And so
She was
I
like,
just
Dad,
wanna
I can afford that. I'm like, I know you
congratulate
can't.
you know, a lot of people.
And if
don't
you
like
could,
it.
I
They
wouldn't
like that.
allow
I
you
always like
to
confronting,
spend
because otherwise the
$18,000
public
on
doesn't know that you're a
me
bunch
to
of
have fucking teeth.
crooked people. But they know, they've learned, and the media has to straighten out their act. You know, the media is down to 17%.
Because, oh yeah, spend
approval.
$18,000
You
for me
gotta
to
do a
have
little
teeth.
better than that.
And I
It's
could die
important for the
tomorrow.
country that you do better. I think they ought to make a
Because
lot
that's
of
something that
changes. Other
everybody
changes that could be made to the
forgets.
media, but,
And
it's hard to have a
Ray
really
can
successful
attest to it.
country if you have a corrupt
I'm a
media. We really
very
have a corrupt media.
sick,
And nobody really
disabled
knows
boy.
why. I mean, why would you want to
He's
have
he's seen my
open borders,
pharmacy on my bathroom
criminals coming
counter.
into our country? Why would you want to have men playing in women's sports, transgender for everyone? You know, you'll
Of
have to
course,
figure
everybody's
that
like,
out.
well, you should
But
stop
if some of
smoking
you
and stop
don't, I
drinking
mean, I look
coffee.
at
Yeah,
some
fuck
people,
that.
they love the country, but I look at other people.
If
who
a doctor
don't.
told you to stop
But,
eating
we're
steak
really
or
proud
stop
of our
eating red
military.
meat,
It
would
was,
you?
And
Of course
and the
not.
people that maybe don't like us.
My doctor knows that
or
I
play
smoke.
games with us because I think
My doctor
that
knows that I
had
drink
we not
coffee.
had the situation in Afghanistan, I don't think Putin would have
Yeah.
come in. I think when Putin.
It's not a race
stupid
you
and
want to
incompetent
win,
that
man.
operation
Trust
was,
me.
he said, wow, this might be a chance.
But I haven't
And, he's
had any
dealing with
major
Zelensky
issues
that's-
since
we're not happy with Putin.
June
I'm not
of
happy with Putin.
2018.
I can tell you that much right now, because he's
But
killing
that
a lot
last
of
major
people.
issue, I wasn't
And
supposed
a
to
lot
be
of them are
here.
his soldiers and their soldiers, mostly. And it's now up to
Against doctor's
7,000 a
orders,
week,
I checked myself
and I'm
out
not
of the
happy with
hospital.
Putin. Okay, any questions? Yes.
Because I was like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die at home. Had my buddy that had a set of keys to my car go grab my car. We live in a trailer park, so it was like a 20 feet walk. He grabbed my car, came to the hospital, picked me up. We went to Denny's. I had a big greasy double cheeseburger, a cup of coffee, and the first thing when I opened the door,
one of the things we did is
the nurse standing right
we,
there, because I just got out of the
every
wheelchair,
fact. We wanted to get every
he
fact
handed me a
straight.
cigarette.
We wanted to have the distance straight, the number.
And the
of
nurse was
pilots,
like,
everything
oh
had to
my
be
God.
correct, because we want to be. This was
And
a
I was
very
like,
important mission.
Yes.
If we failed
Cigarette.
in this mission, it was beyond the war that obviously we had with Iran and Israel. A lot of hatred, a lot of years and years of hatred, centuries of hatred. They've never.
Yeah,
never
in
seen anything
June
like it.
2018,
So we
I had
wanted
my
to be
second
correct
stroke.
with all our facts. So you know what I was doing is just asking. it would be
Fucking
great
pissed
if,
me off. I had to
if the
shut
media
my
would be
business
correct with their
down,
facts. That's all we ask.
sell my
So,
car,
Go ahead. So
sell
finish it up.
everything.
Yes, just returning back to
Man,
Natasha, if
we were
there's anything that
fucked.
you would signal about
Fucked.
your displeasure with them.
Well,
We were
listen,
making over
look, I'm
$100,000 a
very
year
happy
to
that
making
There's no reason. for
zero.
this.
Why? Because I
It's,
worked for myself.
It's turned out to be tougher, but it's only tougher.
What was I doing?
And I will say the Ukrainians
Closing down
Right,
all
but
of
we
the
gave
Gen
them the
X
best
memory
equipment.
stores.
ever made. We gave them,
What are the Gen X memory stores?
the anti-tank
Sears,
busters that
Kmart,
knock out tanks. And
Toys
we
R
aim
Us.
them in the direction of the tank, and the tank is gone.
I
We
closed
gave
a
them,
ton of them down.
Missiles, the
Blackstaff,
and the greatest.
Phoenix,
They were
all
able to
over the
shoot down
Phoenix
a lot
Valley,
of things that
Tucson,
would normally wipe
all the
out.
way down to
Probably would
Yuma,
have been a very quick
Arizona.
war. It would have been a war that lasted 3-4 days, but they had the benefit of unbelievable equipment. And Europe gave them too. We gave them far more because Biden shouldn't have done that. He should have equalized. We should have.
Yeah,
given
when
them
I
the same,
checked
but we
myself
should have
out of the
given actually
hospital,
less to Europe. It
my
affects Europe
EF
much more
rate,
than
which
us,
is
but
how
we're in there
good
for
your
over
heart's
$300
moving
billion.
oxygen, was at a
Europe's in
13.
there for over 100.
Normal people are at a
So
70.
Europe gave a lot.
If your EF
And
rate gets
I
down
will
to
say
single
this, the
digits,
Ukrainians,
your
whether
organs
you
start shutting down.
think it's unfair that we gave all that money or not, they were very brave.
My
Somebody
insurance,
had to
I don't
operate
know
that stuff. And a lot of people
why
I know
they
wouldn't
did
be
it.
Operating it, they wouldn't have the courage.
But
to
somehow
do it.
the
They felt
doctor
they were
got
ready, but
my
we gave
insurance
them the best
to rent
equipment in
me
the world. We
a
make the best
wearable
military equipment by far.
defibrillator
There's
vest
nobody close. You look at other
at a
equipment,
cost of
a lot of
25
companies, it's not
grand a
even close.
month.
That's why everybody wants to buy our equipment, and that's why we're going to step up.
And people
these
wonder why I
contractors
don't
now
bitch
that
about
make it, and they're
taxes.
brilliant, but they make it too slowly.
The
And we
taxes
have
here in
to
the state of
step them
Arizona
up
keep
to
my ass
let them make
alive.
it at a much higher rate.
I wouldn't even
Unfortunately,
want
we have
to-
do that. But if you look at our Patriots, if
I
you
wouldn't
look at
even
our
want to figure out
Tomahawks,
what
if
it
you
cost
look
in
at
a year
our,
to keep my ass
well,
alive.
What we do with tanks is you wouldn't want to be driving a tank. You would feel nice and secure.
I bet it's probably
But the,
$100,000.
javelins, they're called. And I gave them the javelins. Remember, they said Trump gave the
Easily.
javelins and Obama gave them sheets, right? They called Obama.
Because I don't even know what the hell
Barack Hussein Obama
the
did
medicine
a
that me and Ray
terrible
take,
job. But
good
that
old
was a war that-
Eliquis
that was a
cost.
war that should have never happened, and a lot of
I was
people
told it
died,
was
and it
$1,000 a
should
month.
end, and I don't know, we get a lot of bullshit thrown at us by Putin. For you want to know the truth, he's very nice all the time, but it turns out to be
Yeah, having all these tests ran. I just had labs done,
Lindsey Graham has a sanctions bill.
which is one of the main reasons I
I'm looking
love
at it,
my
and
primary
I'm
care
looking- the Senate is
doctor.
passing.
They have
passed some
SnorQuest
very
labs
tough sanctions.
right there.
I'm looking at
Can
it.
you sign that?
It's an optional bill. It's totally at my option. They pass it totally at my option. Terminate totally at my
Yeah.
option. And I'm looking at it very strongly.
Yesterday, you said the last thing board
The
was-
Council of Economic Advisors released a new report saying that imported goods.
And see, I could go down the whole rabbit hole of
from December.
I know, it's not a question.
the whole
My question is,
Rona
tariffs,
shit.
the Fed chairman keeps saying that tariffs are going to.
And actually, I think I will go
Chairman of the Fed.
down that rabbit hole.
You do a better job than him.
Thank you. Are the prices just not passed through yet?
I think the Rona
What's
was
happening is everything's evening out. You know, when we charge.
Forced on
people
us?
don't understand, the other countries have been charged.
for the
almost
simple
every
fact.
country
Look how many people
charges
it took
us
out
tariffs. We
that
had
were
deficits,
elderly
whatever,
and
but for
disabled.
years, for decades.
Say it cost $100,000 a year.
Monolith
We'll
that
say
made bad deals with everybody.
$50,000
South
a year
Korea,
to
we
keep
stayed there.
me
It's okay. We rebuilt
alive.
it, and we stayed there.
$50,000
And
a
they
year
paid us
to
very
keep
little for the
Ray
military. I got them to pay billions
alive.
of dollars, and Biden then canceled it when he came in. You know, I sent to South
So
Korea
that's
as an example.
$100,000
You know, we give you
Keep
free
two
military,
guys
essentially, very little.
alive.
And I think you should pay us $10 billion.
Take that times
And they went.
everybody else that is on
So I got 3 with a phone call.
any kind of state
And I was
assistance.
satisfied. I said, but next year we have to talk. And then we had a rigged
Medical
election, and
wise.
we never got to talk. And you know what Biden did?
You make this little bug
He
come in,
probably
make
went to
everybody
them and they
sick,
said,
put them in the
"Listen,
hospital,
Trump treated us terribly,
which
and we shouldn't be paying.
I didn't
anything
care how
about it."
sick I got
And,
off of that Rona. I
so,
wasn't going to the
that's
fucking
what
hospital.
happens. It's ridiculous. That's the other thing. We're talking to countries
But
about
say you take
contributing
that
to the military. Not only
$50,000
NATO, but contributing. You know, we have
times
45,000
100,000
soldiers in South Korea. We have
people.
45,000
Let's
soldiers
just
in
do the
Germany,
math
52,000
right now.
actually. And
$50,000 times 100,000.
That's tremendous amount. That's like having a city.
The answer
It's
is
tremendous
5
money
billion
for them, and
United
it's a
States
tremendous
dollars.
loss for us. So
$5
we're talking in a very
billion
nice way, we're talking to
dollars.
them about it. It's very unfair. We supply the militaries to many very successful countries.
$50,000 times 1
Make
million.
a lot of money, and they're very good.
The answer
They're
is
very good,
50
but, you
billion
know,
United
They
States
should be paying for
dollars.
their own military.
President Trump, I ask you
So
about
say
Jerome Powell as well.
There's a million people out there like
Jerome
me
Powell,
and
then I have a
Ray
question for the Attorney General. Jerome Powell, who
that
threatened
cost
to lower
the government
interest
$50,000
rates,
a year.
accusations of
And if you
lying,
think I'm joking,
potential crime,
I had a
It should
PET
be
scan done
immediately. We should get
at
somebody
a
in there to
very
lower interest rates.
fancy
Why don't you call for his
like
resignation?
subsection of my cardiologist. They got their own fancy
I think
building.
it's terrible. I think, look,
That building
okay,
costs a
I
shit
call
ton
him
of money
Toure.
to build.
TOO. Too
It
late.
costs a
And
shit
two
ton of
Paul
money
Jones
for the air
Dallas
conditioning.
Cowboys, right? Too late.
I've been to that building
He's always
twice.
late. But he wasn't late with Biden before the election.
Once to
He was
get the
cutting him like
PET
crazy.
scan
Didn't have
done,
too much to-
and then once
but
for
he was
them
cutting them
to
like crazy before
try to go in and
election
get the
was
clot
done.
out of my fucking heart.
And Biden, he was trying to get them in, I guess. I don't know. He was
So
recommended for some
$50,000
other
is a
white
conservative number.
I
It
like
just
to
said
say-
on my phone, $50,000 times 1 million is $50
Sure.
billion. Billion with a B. So if you think about it, if the government could engineer something that targets
allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency.
people like Ray and I,
Resolved whether or not he did, and also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse? tape?
every person they drop off,
Sure, if I could,
Could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second?
that's just
Are you
less
still
money they
talking
have to
about
pay.
Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things.
Why did they do
People
it?
Still talking about this guy, this creep?
We're not, they're worker
Yeah.
drones.
Unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time?
We're not
Do you feel like
Productive
I don't
members
mind
of
answering.
I
society.
mean, I can't believe you're
We don't
asking a
go out
question
and
about
work a
Epstein
9 to
at a
5
time like
fucking
this,
job
with having some of the
paying
greatest
taxes.
success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a
We're
desecration.
An
You go
expense.
ahead.
sure,
that the
sure.
government has
Just
to
back
pay
up on
for,
that, in
instead of money
February,
coming
I did
in.
an interview on Fox.
Money
It was
coming
gonna
in's
gain a
over
lot of
here.
attention because
We're over
I
here where the
said-
money's going out.
I was asked a question.
Well, if they
about the
can
client list,
make
and my
this stop,
response Was, it's sitting on my desk to be.
then they'll have
reviewed,
more
meaning
money.
The file along with the JFK, MLK files. as
And I
well.
know,
That's what I meant by that.
People,
Also, to the tens of
people think I'm
thousands of
fucking
video,
joking,
they
but I'm
turned out
like,
to be child porn downloaded by
open
the
your eyes.
Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein.
Now,
child
see,
porn
when that whole
that they
Rona
were
started,
never gonna be
I was
released,
living
never
in
gonna see the
Glendale.
light of
Well,
day.
not in
Him
Glendale,
being an
but
agent, I
right
have no
next to
knowledge
it.
about that. We can
in
get
the
back to you
ghetto.
on that. And the minute
My
that we've
wife
seen
is a
from the
nurse.
video, we released
So
video
the chances
showing
of her bringing something home and me catching it
the
are
video was
higher
not
than most.
conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed
when I first
suicide.
heard
And what was on
about
that,
it,
there was a minute that was off the counter.
I was
What
like,
we
oh my
learned from
God.
Bureau of Prisons was
I was
every
freaking out.
year, every,
I measured out my
they
front
redo
door.
That video is old from like 1999.
Figure out how I
So
could
every
build a
night the video is
decontamination chamber
reset,
in my front
and
door.
every night she
And yes,
has
you
the
could build
same
one for
minute
about
missing, so we're
$50.
looking for that video to release that as well.
2 by
showing
2s
the
in
minute
plastic.
missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
And then I was like,
August 1st, you said is the deadline.
you know, I went to
Countries have to negotiate.
Dollar
The
Tree,
deadline keeps moving.
bought every can of freaking
It's always been
Lysol
August
they
1st,
had.
A statement was
Lysol
put out
everything
today.
down.
I put it out just to make it clear. It wasn't a change. It was August 1st. We don't change very much, you know. Every time.
And
we
then I
put
was
out a
like,
statement, they say he made a change.
I'm
He
not
made a
seeing
change.
people,
Clarification,
just
maybe.
drop-
No, August 1st.
dropping.
And everybody pays. Everybody has to pay, and the incentive.
And
is
I was
that they have
like,
the right to
hmm.
deal in the United States. If they don't want to, they
And
don't
that's
have
when
to-
I
they
knew-
don't have to deal here. But if they want to
Not as bad as
buy and
what
make a
they
lot of
said.
money and sell,
Yeah,
in the
people in
United States,
shithole countries
you know,
like
if you go
China.
back and look at some of the
were going to
good
meet their
presidency. Our
maker.
country was the wealthiest.
But
proportionally
China's
the
a very
wealthiest. From
dirty, disgusting
1870 to
country.
1913, it was an all-tariff country.
We wouldn't have to drive
tax that came due in
cars that
19
have to
came in
pass all these
1913
emissions and
tariff.
shit.
And we had so much money, we didn't know what to do with it.
If
We
China
had,
reduced
we had
their
a couple of presidents who were
emissions
very, very strong.
output by
McKinley,
50%.
it's more than anybody, but he was the tariff king, but he was very, very strong. It's sort of sad. He,
And now that
he made
they're
a fortune
saying
for
that
this country, became very rich.
there's a
And then
new one coming out that's mosquito
Roosevelt
gripping.
went out and Vice president, and he
Well,
said,
who
and they said Roosevelt was a great president.
has been
I'm not saying he
researching
was a great
mosquitoes?
president, but the money was paid.
That's right,
Tariffs.
everybody. Bill
Tariffs,
Gates.
Are charged by other countries at levels that are ridiculous. And I call those other countries to say, and every one of them is willing to give us everything now, by the way, just so you know. Sir, we'll charge you no tariffs, nothing. We'll give you everything. We'll give you access to our markets. We'll give you everything. Is that a correct statement, Scott?
Yes, sir.
Howard, would you say that's a correct statement?
Exactly correct.
It's like, they just don't, because they're very spoiled, because for years they ripped us off and we didn't have a president that understood it, or Secretary of Treasury or Secretary of a lot of different secretaries are involved, but certainly Commerce Secretary was, not doing their job. I don't know about Kelly. She's
He's
small
been
business.
doing all this
Keep it
testing
that way, okay? Her small
on
business is bigger than
mosquitoes.
almost all big businesses when you add it all up. But no, they are very respectful of our country. But the incentive is that they have the right to do business with us. Without that, they don't have the right to do
And of
business.
course,
And that would be
Google's all like, it's misinformation. No, it's not.
Yeah, we have a lot of them going out, but the deals are mostly my deal to them. We're picking a number
Because
that's low.
What's a more effective way
and
to
fair. We're picking a number that's lower
spread
than,
something?
in most cases, lower than what they charge.
Oh, well, we
But it's amazing
thought
when
in
you
the
pay
air would
all
make
this
it
money for years, and
the
you get
best.
one president that's a little bit different. and a
Yeah,
little
that
tougher
worked a little
on the
bit.
subject, and they're willing to
That
drop
worked
everything
that
they've
was
been
pretty
charging us
good.
for years and years. I mean, we have countries going, we will have no.
But
we won't
let's
have to pay
infect
any tariff to come
mosquitoes.
in and do business. They're giving us total access to
And
their
then-
countries. They gave us no access to the country.
You know,
They say, well, you cannot go into our
'Cause
country. Now it's,
they do
we
West
give you
Nile
total
virus
access and
and
you don't have to pay
everything else.
but please don't charge us tariffs. And we don't like that deal. So the letters I send out.
And everybody
we
calls
have
me
made
a
some deals. We
conspiracy
make a lot more
theorist.
deals. It's just too
But like I've
time-consuming.
said many,
Makes it more
many
complicated.
times,
And we can do things.
you've
over the years.
factually proved me wrong,
We're not hard line.
and I'll make a
But
video
it's
about it.
time the United States of America started collecting money from
And I mean,
countries that were
factually
ripping
prove
us
me
off,
wrong.
ripping us off and laughing behind our
I'm not
back
talking
at how
just,
stupid we were.
you know,
Okay, thank you.
hearsay crap
Yellow, in the yellow.
or, you know, somebody's opinion piece. I'm talking facts. Here's the video I put out. Here we go again, everybody.
Tonight, a viral outbreak in China prompts the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, to issue a travel warning. More than 7,000 cases of this disease have been reported so far. State Department correspondent Jillian Turner has details tonight from the State Department. Good evening, Jillian.
Good evening, Brett. The CDC, as you mentioned, is warning Americans traveling to China about chikungunya. It is a virus that spreads to humans through infected mosquito bites. It can cause severe illness with symptoms that mimic pretty closely dengue fever and Zika virus, mostly found in Africa. Here's what the CDC says about it. They say most people infected get better within a week. However, some can have severe joint pain for months to years. Other symptoms include severe fever and fatigue. The outbreak now is in the Chinese province Guangdong. It's near Hong Kong, with more than 7,000 cases reported so far, prompting some pretty dramatic measures to contain the spread, like mandatory insect repellent blasts for people entering the area, mandatory property checks for stagnant water, which attracts mosquitoes, and when found is now punishable by fines or even arrest.
If you happen to get this, they're quarantining you in hospitals with mosquito netting and not letting you out for a week. These are the kind of draconian responses we saw with COVID. We're seeing it again.
The CDC says Americans traveling to 8 other countries are also at elevated risk of exposure to the virus, even if there is no current outbreak there. People at risk for more severe cases of chikungunya include newborns, seniors 65 years and up, as well as people with diabetes or heart disease. Now, the good news is that unlike COVID, deaths from this.
Yeah. People with pre-existing health problems.
They sue Google. 17 billion they got from Apple on a lawsuit that they didn't have a case.
Oh, we're going to lock you in a hospital. We're going to isolate you.
And they ruled they take
Sounds
so
a
much
whole
money
lot
away
like
from our country in
the
terms of
Rona,
in terms of
right?
other things that they do. They're very tough, but now they're being very nice to us, and we'll see what happens.
Thank God people like
we'll
Ray and I
probably
live here in
ease off from
Phoenix,
sending
where
them a letter. We are talking to them.
pretty
just
much
let you
too
know,
damn
we gotta
hot
be
for mosquitoes.
A deal. You know, a lot of people said,
And
we got 200 countries. We can't meet with 200.
we don't have
countries.
standing fucking
A
water.
few trusted people that know what they're doing, that are doing a good job, but you can't do it. You have to do it.
I
in
can
a
go
way, John.
fill
But
a
it's a very good way. It's a
big
better way. It's a
cooking
more
pot
powerful way.
full of water.
And we sent them a letter.
Stick
You
it
read the letter.
outside.
I think it was well crafted. And
24 hours later, there's no
mostly
water
it's
left.
just
The water has
little number in
evaporated.
there. You'll pay 25%, 35%. We have some at 60, 70. Those are ones with massive, where we have massive trade deficits because they've treated us very badly. But I would say in every case, I'm treating them better than they treated us over the years. Don't you agree with that? I could have done much. I could have been much harsher. I don't want to do that. We want to have relationships, but in every case, they treated us far worse than I'm treating.
Your voice matters, and ABC 15 Arizona is here to listen. We go in depth.
Why, when you just read it, you come up with the number. It's so incredible that prices are actually going down.
But
You say,
yeah,
when
I'm
I
the
got in, everyone
crazy
said,
one.
Eggs are going through the roof. That was the first. I was in for about 4 days.
I don't
and they
know what
started
I'm talking
screaming at me
about.
eggs. I said, that's Biden's problem. I didn't know about eggs. But eggs went up about 5 times. You did.
I do know what I'm talking about.
And we ended up shortly getting, in fact, for Easter.
Why?
They said, go out and buy plastic
Because I
eggs."
don't
We
hang
didn't
out in
realize-
fucking live
Well, we
streams,
bought 200,000
sitting around
eggs
a
for the White
virtual
House.
campfire,
For the Easter egg
singing
hunt that
Kumbaya
we have at the White
fucking
House, and
yah.
there were eggs. We had the price down, and now the price is lower than it
I
was
see
before.
your all's live
We
streams.
did a good job with eggs, but we did a good job with groceries.
I see 'em all the
Prices
fucking
are
time.
down in this country. A big part of it's oil. The oil. You had a couple of places last week. You had $1.99 for oil for gasoline. Nobody thought they'd see that. I want to get it lower if I can.
Exactly.
But we've done a good job. You've done a very good job. Do you want to say a couple of
Yeah, I
words
really
about
like that
about what's happening
disability
in the
advocacy group.
Absolutely, but I would say on the pricing side, President Trump, the fact that you've endorsed and supported a policy of energy dominance, that sends a signal to the market.
The only thing I had to
More
do
supply.
is get a
You
doctor
talked
to sign off
in a campaign about inflation.
that I was
Buster,
disabled,
you've broken
that I
the
shouldn't
back of
work.
inflation in 6 months among all the other.
Fucked up as I am,
We
it
have no
wasn't very
inflation.
fucking hard.
And we've got,
And then I had to go
July,
to
these were the lowest gas
like
rates,
3 other
in
doctors,
4 years.
have them
And
test
for
me
Americans, this is like hundreds of billions.
about
dollars
how
that
disabled I
stay
am.
in their pockets because we lower.
Because
the
here's
price
one of the
gas.
things that
When we
people
lower the
don't
price
get.
of energy, it lowers the price
Because
of
I don't
food,
like
it
showing.
lowers the price of the clothes you wear.
It's the biggest thing.
It's the biggest.
I have
It's
really
like a
good
big
days,
tax cut. When you get
like
energy down,
right
every
now, doing a live
50
stream.
cents
I'm feeling
is
good.
like a massive tax cut, and we've gotten it down much below that. We
Last
had great energy,
weekend,
great low prices, everything else.
when
the election turned over,
my family invited me to Chase Field,
it turned over.
I wasn't having a
It was
good
not
day.
great, but nevertheless, it
My
happened.
daughter instantly
Uh,
fucking saw it.
Energy started going up.
Saw that I was having to
Went up
use my
really bad,
cane,
and then he went back
that I
to
was
control
walking
policy.
slow,
The problem was they didn't
that
know
I
how to do
wasn't
that.
feeling good.
And
She
he
instantly
lost
fucking
it.
knew
He
that I
lost
was
that
having a
sucker.
bad
That
day.
big sucker was out of control, and his energy prices went way up, and that's what caused
And
it.
sadly to
But
say,
it was
those days
also,
are getting
stupid
more
spending.
and more.
They spent money like they used to use the term drunken sailors, but I won't use that term, although it is very descriptive.
But that's
I won't
why.
use that term. I refuse to use it. but they spent
Me and my
money,
wife have
at
medical
levels
stuff
that
here
nobody had ever seen before, and trillions and
that we
trillions of
bought at
dollars
Goodwill.
wasted on the Green New
I just
scam.
bought a brand new cane at
Greatest
Goodwill
scam
for
in the history of our
$5.
country. Other than
Walmart sells the
maybe
same one
Russia,
for 25
Russia,
bucks.
that might have been.
And
But,
yes, it was
the
brand
Green
new.
New
The
scam
little
was the
rubber
single greatest
foot on the
scam
bottom
in
of it
history
had
of our
never
country.
touched any
And
rough
continues to
surface.
be, but it's
Brand
weakened
new.
badly. It's hobbling along because
$5
people
bucks.
they're finally getting it.
We have
But,
crutches.
they spent
I have a
trillions of
walker.
dollars on the Green New scam, getting nothing for it. Devised by a couple of young people that weren't even good college students, you know, not even good students. Check out
Because
their
how
works. Yeah.
my luck is, when I need it, I'm not going to be able to find it.
Not for CNN. Go ahead.
The last jobs, in the last jobs report, Mr. President, in the last jobs report, the manufacturing jobs actually.
I mean, hell, I got a bunch of stuff here that
When will the investments?
I might not ever use.
Well, they're building the plants now.
But
about 7 have started. We're gonna have hundreds started within
I
a
bought
short
it
period of time.
at Goodwill because it
Lee
was
Zeldin,
cheap.
who may be the most important man in this room. I'm sorry.
And then
But he's the one that gets the.
if I
permits
need
for
to use it,
everything.
I got
He's
it.
the one that has to get the permits for the plants.
I bought
and
a
factories and permits that
video
used to take
cable
5 years. He's getting in record-setting.
that goes from a very old
we're leading China a lot in AI.
PC connector
If we go with
called a
this, you know,
DVI-D
I'm allowing
plug
plants to build their own electric.
that was on
I'm
computers
allowing them
10,
to
15 years
become
ago.
a
It's on both of
electric
mine.
utility, so they can produce
That
their own
runs from
electricity,
that to
because we need double
HDMI.
the to be successful.
The cable's
with
35
AI,
feet
which is
long.
the biggest thing now. We need double the electricity.
Will I ever
that we
need to
have,
use
which is hard to believe.
that
We
cable
need
for
even more
anything?
than that. And they're building
I
plants
don't
with
know.
their own electricity
So I
substations.
priced that same
They don't
cable
have
on
to use the
Amazon.
grid.
That's a $75
Anything they
cable.
build extra, they're
I
putting
paid
into
$2
the grid.
for it.
So we're supplying the grid with brand new electric sources. And you know, it's funny, when they came to see me, they never even asked for that. I told them about it. The reason they didn't, they thought that was an impossibility. You're not allowed to build your own electric. These are massive investments that are being made in building electricity for their plants. And they're going to have, I think, Doug, a lot
I
of
just
electricity left over.
hope
And
that I
that
can find
electricity is
somebody
gonna
to
be passed into the grid.
sponsor
And
my
because no
YouTube
more,
channel for the
you know,
next
like
year
you look at California, they have blackouts.
so I can get
and
back to
brownouts
making
every week.
videos.
They're totally out of
Because
control.
the
They're
yearly
really
license on
incompetent.
my
Where's Chris?
editing software ran out.
Do you want to speak to the subject?
Yeah, I think it's
And it's
huge
$40
thing,
for
one
that
big
yearly
bill, Mr.
license.
President, because of your leadership, is the ending of these subsidies, as you call them, the Green New scam. That saves our country $500 billion over the next 10 years. But American taxpayers were paying twice. They're paying that money, $500 billion in the subsidies, and they were paying more expensive.
Oh, have you guys been seeing all these
If you
videos
subsidize something,
of all
you should
these
at least lower the cost.
fat women
But in this case, we were subsidizing something
bitching
and
about,
paying
oh,
more for it.
Trump
So they
has
built
cut
one
my
big,
food
beautiful bill
stamps
that
down to
two
hardly
things,
anything.
ending wasteful spending.
I
Wind,
can't
solar,
get,
and batteries
you know,
combined
my
3%
10 boxes of crab
US
legs
upfront
and my,
range. 3%
you know,
for $1 trillion,
shopping cart
another
full
$500 billion
load
spending.
of
It's just
junk
not a good
food.
investment, hurting our businesses, hurting our consumers.
So
And the one big beautiful bill also unshackled.
he's
oil,
not saying that
gas,
you can't
and
go out and
coal
buy that
development
stuff.
in the United States.
It's just that the
Onshore
American
and
taxpayers
offshore.
ain't paying
Secretary
for it
Bergen has
anymore.
been working tirelessly.
And if
on
you think
how
I'm
by
joking about the whole
getting
crab
the
leg
government
thing,
out of the way, private businesses will develop more resources.
I can
in
show
the
you
United States,
videos of it.
lowering costs for
The
American
next time I
consumers
stumble across a
and making
video of
much
a
better,
fat woman pulling a bunch of
leverage in
crab
the
legs
United
out of
States to
a
help our allies
freezer at
abroad
Walmart,
and reduce the power of our
I will
adversaries
share
abroad.
it.
So just a huge win in the energy front all around, and I thank you for your leadership.
My kids deserve to eat nice stuff.
And there'll be
Well, you
nothing
know what?
compared to what's
How many
happening about
people
a
working
year
a
ago.
9-to-5
We're
job
setting
are eating
records,
fucking
and,
crab legs?
Wind is a very expensive form of
That have, you
energy.
know,
It's very bad for
cases
the
and cases of fucking
and
soda,
surroundings and
name
planes
brand
and
soda in the
valleys.
fridge.
Birds are dying all over the place. You know, the whole thing is a disaster. They're almost exclusively made in China. Not that I have anything against China, because I don't have a great relationship with President Xi, but
Yeah, I don't
ask
get
him, how
anything.
many wind farms do you have? He makes them, but they don't have a lot of wind farms.
Again, wife makes too much. They
And,
don't take into account
Wind is tremendously expensive.
how much our
very
fucking
ugly.
bills
If
are.
you own a house that's inside of a windmill, your house.
Oh,
is
you've
gonna
got
cost
a new car.
people, and
Well,
hear
you can
noises, and,
let that car go
interestingly,
back
in New
and
England, you
take public
probably read,
transportation, and that'll save
for
you
50 years, they had
$700 a
two
month.
wells washed up, 50 years.
Yeah.
And last summer, they had 14
My
wells
wife,
washed up.
one of her jobs,
Now,
is
I'm not saying
in
that's the wind
North
farm that was
Phoenix.
built, but maybe it is, right? Probably is.
Yeah, she's going to take public
It's,
transportation from here to there.
tremendously expensive. And
It
can only be done.
it goes there,
I know a man that's in that business, and one of the biggest. in
but
the
it's a
world
2-hour
is a
ride.
company that builds these stupid windmills. And he said, I hate.
So
the
she's
business
going to spend
because
2
it's the
hours
only
to get there.
energy where you need subsidy. He said,
Work a
energy
12-hour
shouldn't need
shift.
subsidy. You should make money with energy. So when
And turn around in 2 hours back home.
they're taking our farmland, our farmers are like mortified by it. They hate it. It's
Yes,
very,
my
very
wife works
inefficient and
2 jobs.
very ugly.
She's
They're
a
probably better
security
than
guard
but you go around
and
you see
a
these things that are 3 miles
a
long by 3 miles
nurse
wide,
aide
and you say,
type
what the hell is that? And it's
caregiver,
plastic
something like
from
that.
China.
This
It's
assisted living
black
home.
plastic from China. No, we don't. We want to be smart. We're going.
And yes, that we're still planning on it. I don't see how we're going to
China
do it
right now is building 50
unless my wife
coal-fired
somehow could come up with the few $1,000s it's going to cost.
We are
We're planning on moving
clean
in
coal.
January.
We do a lot with coal now. Clean, beautiful coal and natural gas.
'Cause I'm
and
so
all
sick and
the
tired
other
of
things
living
we
here.
have. But we don't want wind and we don't want solar because
And I don't want to move
blight on our
anymore.
country. They hurt our country.
Too
very
fucking
badly, and
old to
smart countries
move.
don't use it.
So
Solar
we
sounds good. I will say
searched
that. I
and
like
searched and searched and
occasionally
found
some
us a
which is made out of
very,
solar, but it's a
very
small
nice
use.
apartment
We need
in
the kind of
Phoenix.
thing that's going to fire up our plants, and it's not going to be.
See, one of the things about us moving
intermittent, as you probably know,
is
but they've spent a fortune.
it's got to
They've
be
spent
close to a hospital.
Trillions of dollars on this stuff, and I'll just give you one other story. A friend
It's
of
got to
mine,
be
he's
close to
very
a
successful guy. He
a
went back to
prize.
see his
Well, as some of
mother
you might
in
know it
Minnesota.
as a
He hadn't seen
Kroger.
her in a long time.
That's where my
And he went
pharmacy
back for
is.
10 years, which isn't a nice story. I
It's
mean,
got to
you
be
see him
close
for
to
10 years,
public
he's had some
transportation.
difficulties, which I know
Meaning,
he does have some.
you know,
He's very successful. but
walk out to the main
probably
road
not the nicest
and there's a
person.
bus
It
stop.
was actually longer than 10 years, but he went back and he told me he wanted to go and look
It's
at
got to
the
be
valley.
close to my wife's
Valley
job.
in Minnesota.
We
They-
found
it's
that
so
place
beautiful.
in Central Phoenix.
I hadn't seen it in a long time. He's driving
Yes,
along
it's
the road. He said,
expensive,
"Oh
but
my,"
god
I'll use the word
damn,
gosh,
it's
"oh my
nice.
gosh." He said, oh, he said it looked like a junkyard. You had 150.
Because our
windows
first
all over the place.
actual
Some were old, some
apartment
were
me and my wife lived in
different companies, different shapes,
was a
different
fucking dump.
sizes,
It was a
different
ghetto in a
colors.
ghetto
Many of
ass
them were
area.
Terminated meaning closed. You can't take them down because the environmentalists don't let you bury the blades because they're made out of
And man,
fiber they say is
that
bad for
apartment
the
was
earth.
tiny.
So they want you to put them up, but they don't want
500
you to
square
take 'em
foot,
down.
one bedroom,
But many of them
one
were
bath.
turned off. He
It
said
was
looked
tiny.
like a junkyard. Go to Palm Springs, California, and take a look at that pile of junk. And you go into a wealthy neighborhood. Before you get there, you have to ride through hundreds of windmills that are, most of them are turned off. They're rotting, they're rusting, they're 30 years old, 20 years old. And they have a very short life. You know, those windmills have a very short life, especially the ones that are in the nice salty Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean, where the salt just gets under that steel and decimates it. No, it's a horrible, horrible thing for our country. And I
Now
speak
Trump's
out.
talking
He
about
used to
the
say
windmills and
wind.
stuff.
It sounds so good.
Here's
doesn't it?
something that
Wind. But it's
I,
not.
it still blows
These
my
ugly
mind.
machines, and they're all
For
made
those of you that
so
don't know, I
some
live
are
here
a
in
little
Phoenix,
taller, a little
Arizona.
shorter.
We
They're
get
made by different
300
companies. They have
plus
different
days of
stocks. They have different
bright
blades. They have different
sunshine every
It
single
is
day.
so horrible.
We have
And
fucking
if you look at smart countries, they don't use
acres
it.
and
Smart countries
acres
don't
and
use it. And
acres
we're now a smart country. We're
of
not- we're
humongous
a
parking
brilliant
lots.
country. We're not smart. We're brilliant now. We're going to be a brilliant.
I
country.
bet
We have to
there's
be, because we have to catch up.
40
Some really
Walmart
stupid people that did a
stores
bad job. Yes,
in
Brian?
the valley.
President, I've got a quick comment, some feedback as a native Texan.
And I only know of one store, a Food City in Central Phoenix. It's a grocery store
Thank you on behalf of Texas. I've got
that's got covered parking that's got solar panels on it.
If you're in the cabinet room, you can tell the president.
Only
and
one.
the team, on behalf of Texans, thank you so much for the quick response.
Or all these big stores like Walmart and all everything else, the Fry's and all these big ass
His
stores
name is Schumer. He's a good
have these
Palestinian.
big ass
Oh,
roofs.
he's a Palestinian. He's become a Palestinian.
Why ain't they covered in
Abandoned the
solar
Jews.
panels?
But I saw him say,
The other
Trump's
grandpa
fault.
in the family,
Yeah.
Shane,
Yeah, that's right. It's Trump's fault.
3/4 of his
You ever
roof
see John
is
Lovitz,
covered
the
in
writer,
solar panels.
Where he goes, yeah, I went to Harvard. That's right. This was
He
shown
runs a
because-
shop in his backyard
yeah,
building very,
yeah, it's
very custom
Trump's fault.
motorcycles.
That's right. It's Trump. I actually saw that stupid guy try and blame it on me.
His electric
It's like,
bill
man, that's
every
that's
month.
a tough one to take. But his career is
Maybe
limited,
$100
because I
bucks.
hear AOC is going to beat him, and she's
And
gonna
how
block
his
him
house
right
is set
now.
up,
Go
he's
ahead.
got the main house.
Example of America First team.
He's got a separate house, which is called a casita, that his dad lives in. And then he's got his big ass shop. His big ass shop that's fucking air conditioned.
That is attempting to block the funding to Planned Parenthood, which the big beautiful bill cuts off. the funding
$100
to
a month.
Planned Parenthood. Any plans to challenge that?
Because of the solar.
Absolutely, yes.
If he didn't have the solar,
We're
it would
on
be
it. And I
$1,000
texted,
a
I
month.
believe, I talked to yesterday Secretary
So,
Lutnick and.
why don't we have
Secretary Jessen. I reached out to
all
you
the
to let
parking
you know
lots
that-
and
that
all
we
the
were on
roofs
it.
covered in solar?
And then my
I let
second-
her handle that question. Did you notice? I said, go ahead, handle that.
Then my second question for Secretary Rollins. You did an amazing press conference.
Okay, what the hell's a CGM?
Talked about the Farm Act and the need to get China out of our country owning farmland. For the viewers at home that might have missed that.
My blood sugar is fine.
Make sure we can grow our own food.
Well, thank you, Brian.
I take a shot
Yes,
once a
this
week.
morning, Secretary Hegseth, Secretary
Which everybody's
Nell,
like,
and Attorney
you
General
give
Mondale
yourself a
at
shot?
press Conference at the USDA. I
It's,
just
you
happened
take
to
the
have
cap off,
a
you
chart,
unlock it,
in case it
you
came up, but
press it on
obviously,
your leg, you
Chinese
push a
owning of
button,
farmland
the
in our
little
country
needle
is
goes
a
beep.
massive national
And then
security
like 3
issue.
seconds
And
later, it pulls
for the
back out and
media,
it's
you can
done.
see the yellow is where all of the farms
Called
have been purchased over
Trulicity.
the last number of years, and the red is
Oh.
around all of the military bases where that farmland.
Yeah,
has
if
been
if I
purchased.
ever
So this is a
want to get
massive
mine checked,
national
I just
security
go
issue. The press
go
conference this morning included
to
three of
the
our greatest governors as well.
to my primary
Sarah
care
Sanders
doctor.
from Arkansas, Jim Pillen from Nebraska, and Bill Lee from Tennessee. The states have begun taking a leadership role to ban.
I forgot what it
the,
was the
purchasing
last
of
time I
China
went there,
farmland. Obviously, Congress.
but
needs
he
to
said my
step up
numbers
and
were
catch up,
great.
and we're going to be working alongside of them as well.
He said
It's
my
time for
my
service to
weight
Congress
wasn't,
there. But it is time.
and I'm like, it's
I think
because
that this
the
morning
fullness
was
effect
symbolic of many things.
of
First,
the
this
Trulicity
administration working every
stopped
day to
working.
effectuate President Trump's leadership and
See,
unequivocal support
Trulicity
of
is
America
like
first. But
the
second, just
cheap
how
version
close
of
we are as a cabinet. I
Ozempic.
don't know in any other
It's a
administration
diabetic
to
drug,
have 4
but
cabinet members
it gives you
at
this
the
feeling of
USDA
being full.
on a Tuesday morning when it's about 110 degrees outside,
Well,
with the sun beating down on us, talking about
I was
certain
loving that full
I think
feeling.
it
I
was
got
great.
down
It
to
was just the
270
start of an
pounds.
executive order coming and
I
some
couldn't
things
even
that
eat a
behind
bowl of
that.
ramen
But
soup.
protecting
I
America's
get about
farms
3/4
isn't
away
just about protecting
done
our
with a bowl of
farmers,
ramen
it's also
soup, and
about national security. So that's what
I was done.
I do want to say.
Pissed
that
my
I think
daughter
we
off
have
because
had
she's
a
like
really good
piling all
relationship
stuff on
with
my
China.
plate, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to even eat a
And,
third of that
We're getting along with them very well.
because my daughter's an amazing cook.
Very fair on our trade deal.
But
And I hope.
I told him because my weight shot right back up to where it was,
Country, we're more powerful than they.
and he
are.
was like,
We have much better military equipment.
"Why's your weight back up?" And I
But
told him,
we
and he
are
goes,
getting along
"Oh,
with them very
so it
well.
stopped working."
I'm getting along with President.
I'm like,
Xi very
"Yeah,
well.
so
It's
can
good
we
talking.
take the
And,
dose up because
all of that being said,
I was all loving losing
same, but
fucking weight,
I think we're getting along with China very well.
and where my normal weight is between 295 and 300."
Weapons to Ukraine. Did you approve of that, Moss?
We want to put defensive weapons because Putin is not treating.
And I know I've had
Ukraine
people say,
killing too
"Well,
many
you need to
people."
work out."
So we're sending some defensive
All right,
weapons.
you come up with a workout
Ukraine, and I've
regimen
approved that.
for somebody that's got
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
stage 4 congestive heart failure.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You come up with a workout regimen.
Secretary of Agriculture did say this morning that undocumented workers would not be covered by any amnesty.
Yeah.
If we were working on farms. You had said maybe that the.
It's easy to do.
So which is it?
There's no amnesty. What we're doing is we're getting.
6 months after I had my second stroke, I gained 50 pounds.
Program. Do you want to explain that, please?
Yeah. this
Why?
morning, we talked about, of course, this was a topic.
'Cause I
of
couldn't do
conversation.
anything.
This morning, we talked about protecting the farmers and the farmland, but obviously this president.
I was on like a 5-pound
No amnesty, mass deportation.
weight limit of
continues,
picking
but in a
anything up. I
strategic
wasn't supposed to
way
climb
in
stairs.
ensuring that our farmers have the labor that they need. Secretary Chavez DeRimmer has been a leader on this. Obviously, this comes out of the Labor Department, but moving toward automation, ensuring that our farmers have that workforce. and
But
moving
yeah,
towards American
tell me how it's
workforce.
supposed to
So
work
all
out
of
when
Give the farmers the people they need, but we're not talking.
I've got stage 4
Laura,
congestive
you wanna
heart
say
failure.
something about
Yeah,
that?
thank you, Mr. President. On this, thank you, Secretary Rollins, how important this is never to displace the American worker. But the Department of Labor
Exactly.
is focusing on what the law entails.
Well, I
now,
know, man.
making it
I
more
know.
modernized, more streamlined.
Sorry,
Other
everyone.
topics that we've somewhat talked about, the jobs numbers, Mr. President, 4 months.
I don't know
ago,
why
jobs
StreamYard
numbers
does that.
Increase. That's an exciting time for our.
My
manufacturers
internet
that
costs
we
way
talked
too much
earlier.
and is way too
We
fucking
know
fast
It's gonna take some time, but through that
for
deregulation
StreamYard to be
process
doing
that
that.
Lee and I are working
For me
on
to
as
be
well,
dropping down
we're
and
gonna
signal
take
that
about
much to where I can't even put out a fucking
63
stream.
new deregulations that we're gonna be moving through in the
But
first Trump
the place that we're
administration.
moving,
It was successful with over 30. We've just rolled out
fiber optic
63 new
internet.
ones in order to double down
1
on
gig
those
down, 1
manufacturing
gig
companies
up.
to let them know that we have signaled through this process that we will assist them in getting the workforce that they need. It's an exciting time. That one big beautiful bill, that was the signal to my former colleagues in Congress to get this
But
done.
I really can't
It's
bitch
an
about
important time. I spent time on the
StreamYard
ground visiting 7 states in 9 days.
because
prior to
we're a
that bill being
streaming
passed.
software
It was the
that's
most
free to
pro-worker
use.
piece of legislation that we will
And
ever
yes,
see
everybody,
written in this
it's
country
free
right
to
now.
use
No tax on
if
tips,
you
no tax
play
on
the
overtime,
system.
no tax on social
Free to
security.
use.
That matters to the American worker because we don't want to take their money and give it back. We want them to keep more
What
of
you
their
can
carbon
do
dollars in their pockets currently.
with it
And that's what
is
they're
freaking
excited
amazing.
about. And as I move forward with this tariff talks, I heard a company, orthopedic.
And here's
company
how you use
in
it for
Indiana
free.
say to me, for the first
You know,
time
everybody's got a
since you
Gmail.
have taken office, Mr. President,
Takes about
they're
2 minutes to set up a new one.
their bottom line by 8% since. the
All you
beginning
need to
of
do
the process.
is when
Not
your
one company
20
has
hours
said
of streaming
President
runs out,
is not doing a good job. These tariff talks are working.
you
They're
log
doing
out,
it on the ground. The media has
you
told
log
false
into
story.
another
What's
email.
happening on the ground is positive.
Then you
and
got
those are
another
out there.
20
So
hours.
I really, through the Department of Labor.
How do you think I
come in behind,
restreamed the whole trucker convoy?
and build this workforce is going to be key.
11, 12 hours a
Thank you
day
for
for
what
3 months
everybody
straight.
did this last week, the one big beautiful bill.
Because I've got like 20 emails.
See these workers start to grow, and that apprenticeship program is going to be working.
That's
We'll
right.
have that
It's gonna
million
be-
apprentices across the country.
We,
I was using
we're building plants all over. the
emails
country now,
from
which we weren't building any plants 4 years ago.
some of my
We weren't building
moderators.
anything. But
I
those
call
plants,
them
when they
first thing in
open
the
up,
morning and be
it's
like, "Hey,
never
I'm
seen
getting this set
nobody
up. I need your
ever.
email.
I don't
It's
think
going
in
to send
history
you
you'll never see
a
numbers
6-digit
like what we're going
code."
to see in the very near
They
future.
give me the
Many of
code,
them
I
are
would
building
log
plants,
in. I'd use their
some are just
email.
starting right now. You know,
I'd
it's a brand
stream
new
open day.
administration. But and they wouldn't
And I'll
be
tell
here
you right
except
now,
for two things. November 5th.
I ain't
the
doing that
election,
again.
and
I don't care
the
what the
tariffs.
fuck's going on.
And frankly, I guess the election was more important because of tariffs. I mean, another.
But
person
man, I
couldn't have
pissed
done
off so many
it. But they're
people.
coming in because of the tariffs.
The whole
They have
trucker
to.
convoy.
They're not going to pay 25, 30.
When
40,
I said it,
50%, 70 and
after they
100%.
turned around
And we'll be announcing something very
on
soon
the East Coast and
pharmaceuticals.
went back to the West Coast,
Going to give people about a year.
I was like, "Oh, this is
and
a fucking
maybe
scam.
After that, they're going to be tariffed if they have to.
This
bring
is a scam for
pharmaceuticals
everybody to
into the
raise
country,
fucking money."
drugs and other things into the country. They're going to be tariffed at a very, very high rate, like 200%.
Hell,
We'll
3/4
give
of the
them a
people that I
certain period of time
restreamed
to get their act together, but they were all here now. They
just
all
went
left. They went
poof,
to other
bye,
places
gone, see
because
ya,
we allowed
gone.
people that sat in this room allowed it to happen, and I don't allow it. To
No,
happen. The people in this room
StreamYard
are
does
allowed to
this
happen.
thing
So
where
we're going to be
up in the
announcing
corner of StreamYard, you
pharmaceuticals,
got your
chips,
live
uh,
counter, and then next
and
to it is
various
like an
couple of other
eyeball
things, you know, big ones. We did
with
steel, as you know,
numbers
50%.
n-
We did
next to it.
aluminum,
How many people are
50%.
watching your
Lumber just
stream?
came out.
Well, if your
And we did
signal starts
cars.
dropping down, it will
And
do
now
the
we're doing
Wi-Fi
copper.
signal thing.
I believe
And
that
my
that
internet's
will
way
top
too
over
fucking fast for it to be doing that.
Any breakthroughs
See, I'm glad he didn't question it. 'Cause
Any
I
breakthroughs?
sort of-
Man,
I sort
I
of-
can't
just sort of thought,
stand
what would that be?
slow internet.
Quick one. I didn't have much time, but he agreed.
A
with
lot of
me.
them did, bro. A lot of them did.
He referenced on Gaza with the Prime Minister, and there's reports that you're meeting with Netanyahu again tonight. Is that
Yeah, I
correct?
am. He's gonna
Internet
come over
speed
again tonight.
test.
We're talking about Gaza, or mostly Gaza right now.
Here we go. I'm going to run this test.
He's been very unfairly treated. I think what they've done to him in Israel is very unfair, having
No.
done this trial. I think, he's a wartime prime minister.
It's not running fast
Unbelievable
today.
outcome. And I think he's been treated very unfairly, but he's coming over later. We're going to be
What
talking
the
about,
hell?
I would say almost exclusively Gaza. We got to get that solved. Gaza is tragic. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
Internet
He wants to
speed
get it
test.
solved, and I want to get it solved. And I think the other side wants to get it solved. Steve, could you talk on that, please?
We're in
Hmm.
proximity talks now, and
That
we had
is
4
weird.
issues, and now we're down to 1 after 2 days of proximity.
It was
talks.
saying my download
So we
speed
are
is
hopeful that by the end of this
way
week, we will
slower
have
than my
an
upload
agreement
speed.
that will bring us into a 60-day ceasefire. 10 live hostages will be released. 9 deceased will be released. We're meeting at the president's direction with all the hostage families. to
Yeah,
let
this
them
is
know.
not right.
And we think that this will lead
If you
to a
guys ever want to
peaceful
check your
peace,
internet speed test,
in Gaza.
just go into Google, type in internet speed test. It will pop right up on the freaking screen.
It's a tough one. A lot of hate. This is go long-term hate, but we think we're going to have it solved pretty soon. Hopefully, with a
Normally,
real
my
solution,
internet
a
is
solution that's going to be
600 megs down and 50 megs up.
This is, I think, the first cabinet meeting since Elon Musk has now been a special government employee, not here anymore. He's now saying he's going to create a third political party.
Because unlike
Worried about the
a lot of people, my house is full
I
of
think it'll
fucking
help
tech.
us. It'll probably help. Third party.
And I mean, full of. I got 2 computers in here. That TV's a smart TV. There's a smart TV in the living room, a smart TV in the bedroom. I've got 2 cell phones. My wife has a cell phone. She has a laptop. I got a laptop in the closet.
But it was something that we saved a lot of money.
Even though I got to take the one in the closet
Second guess, I
back to my
guess
buddy
we
Dennis and
could,
have
or
him
maybe would have done it slightly different.
lay
Maybe
his
would have done it exactly the way it
magical
was done.
hands
But
on it to fix
It
it.
was dramatic and it was important, and we found a lot of things like billions of dollars.
Or see if it's
for
even
people
worth fixing.
for environmental protection, where they had $100 in the account.
And
in
plus,
Atlanta, Stacy.
Since Windows 10 is losing its
20 billion here, and 2
support
billion here, and
here
15
in
billion, and Lee,
like
you
a
might wanna
month.
mention just a couple of those things. We really got.
I gotta have him put Windows 11 on my
Trump
system.
EPA, the one big
And
beautiful
yes,
bill
he
was
can do
built
it.
with, many
Even
big
though
beautiful wins for the taxpayer. It delivered a
it
sledgehammer.
it doesnesn't meet any of the specs to put Windows 11 on it. He can do it. He knows how to get in there and do all the bleep bloops and everything.
Money go through pass-throughs.
He is
that
the
are
PC
totally self-dealing with
whisperer.
Conflicts of interest. They see unqualified recipients. They see reduced.
Actually,
agency
I'm gonna
oversight, and they want
text him
accountability with their tax
right
dollars,
now.
and they got it. In the example of the Stacey Abrams connected NGO, they received $100
Oh my
in
God.
2023. They got $2 billion in 2024. They had to complete training on how to develop a budget that was put into their grant agreement. They, out of nowhere, started paying a CEO $800,000, a COO $450,000, 22 people making over 150 grand. Out of nowhere, this is tax dollars. So money go through pass-throughs, through other pass-throughs, through other pass-throughs, and we lose oversight over it. And you see that it's going to former Biden officials, it's going to former Obama officials, it's going to Democratic donors. And we're not here saying we want to take money from a left-wing NGO and give to a
That guy
right-wing
works
NGO. We want to give
wonders.
it back to the taxpayer. This is about
I
us
dropped
being
my
good
computer
stewards
off.
of American tax dollars without any apology or
Drove to my daughter's house.
That's why President Trump was elected last November.
20-minute
Because
drive
a lot of
from his
people
place
who
to
maybe
my
they hadn't
daughter's
voted
place.
Republican in a long time. Maybe they didn't even vote for president.
There was a text on my
around
phone before I
2016,
pulled
but
up
they're regretting
at my
that
daughter's place.
from 2016.
Your
they're making it right in
your PC's
2024.
fixed.
So the one big beautiful bill gave us the tools to rescind billions of dollars more. We're seeing hundreds of thousands of dollars that'll get wasted per electric vehicle. As an example of this money that was going through it, they gave $50 million to a group called Climate Justice Alliance. They say that climate justice.
He
runs
has a
through
bunch of stuff
House
on
Biden EPA
Facebook
gave $50
Marketplace
million
for
to
sale
a
too.
group that says the climate justice runs through a free Palestine. We say that if you're going to spend $1 in the name of remediating an environmental issue, then spend the dollar on remediating an environmental issue. We say that we can protect the environment and grow the economy. We want to help grow more baseload power in this country. So why is it that it took this long for this team to get assembled, to be able to fix the mess that we inherited? But gosh, we love showing up at our jobs every single day. First
I
thing
will
in the
show you
morning,
all the
all
stuff
day
he
long,
has
we
for
get
us
things done
now.
for the American taxpayer. And Congress did its part last week by passing one
Let me
big
pull it up here. This is his Facebook store. This is everything that he has for sale. Lenovo Chromebook, Acer Chromebook. He's got Dell Optiplex, small form factor. A Dell Precision, small form factor. This one's nice. It's a touchscreen. That's really nice. I mean, it's not nice for me, but if somebody needed a touchscreen Chromebook, freaking awesome.
Mr. President,
Now, why is it
chemical weapons, if it's
not for me?
Use,
The fuck am I going to do with a Chromebook?
laws of armed conflict.
32 gigs of storage.
Obviously, I can't share in this.
I run
room
that storage on my
designs,
cell
the
phones,
intelligence
which
that I
have
can share with you
128
privately,
gigs.
But obviously, you're not going to stand or allow for
I
any
can
violations of
upload a
international law
10-minute long video.
That's right. Thank you.
And
Can I ask
it's
Sean, to Department of Transportation.
2-3
Sean
gigs
Former great
in just
congressman,
one
very popular.
video.
Decided to go out and make a couple of bucks. He made a lot. And he got bored with that though. He likes serving people better.
But yeah, Dennis is freaking amazing.
Could I ask you to just discuss a very important subject to me, and that's the modernization of our equipment at airports so that planes aren't crashing into each other. Unfortunately, but we're doing it now. Could you tell them where we are?
Yeah, if I could start with Newark. You guys all covered what happened in Newark. We had outages for a couple of 30-second outages.
He just said if it's 8th generation or newer, you can upgrade. If it's 7th generation or older, it will be a fresh install. I know it's older than
Tested those in the next month.
7th
So those new lines and,
generation.
for the Philly Tracon that controls the Newark airspace, they're up and running. Lightning fast speed. June was the most on-time June ever in the history of.
But what it's going to be is
So that's going incredibly well. By the way, we should have dealt with this because
we're going to lose all the safety stuff
had moved
that Windows 10
from
has.
New York to Philadelphia. They didn't
And it's
test the
pissing a
line.
lot of people
They didn't
off.
do the work, which
A lot of people are pissed off about it.
But in the big beautiful bill, we got $12.5 billion. This is a historic.
But Windows 10 was supposed to die several years ago.
And so what the money's going to allow us to do is put, move from.
And there was such a backlash that they kept running it.
New copper lines. We think we can do that in.
Because I don't want to learn a whole new operating
We have
system.
radar that dates back to the 1950s, some of it from the 60s and 70s.
Good thing is I got Dennis to teach me.
We have some infrastructure money to build.
What I'll do is I'll
Tracons and centers, the en route centers that control the.
take some money out of the
So this is a
bank
massive
account,
new start to
take my
rebuild air
PC over to his place,
And again, this is
like
the
7
last-
o'clock in the morning,
Americans think that their
and
government takes
stay
care of
there
them and makes the investments
all
that are
day
necessary
till
to
it's
make
done.
The country work. And
Until
for 30,
he
40
can
years, the
teach me
investments were made.
all
So
the
in your leadership,
stuff.
And direction, we are making those investments, and per your direction, right now we are interviewing what we could call a general contractor or an integrator. One company to manage. It's a massive project. The FAA is not qualified to manage this kind of a project, so we are now going through the process of finding who that one company will be to manage the whole project. We'll interview those companies together and make that selection. So we'll write one big beautiful check to one beautiful company that'll be responsible for this this whole build. But if I just make one last point, this is not enough money. We're going to need more. But this is a massive new start. The biggest investment. We'll need some more money on top of it, but a great start from the big, beautiful.
It's a start.
The start.
It was very important to us. And just to cover that, you know, there have been accidents and my pilots, I would often hear them say, oh, good. And they would use a different system, a different country to land in New York.
Yeah, Dennis is
The radar,
brilliant.
other things from a different country. I said, what's that? He said, oh, our system is so bad. And I knew that we were all set to start.
It just sucks where he lives.
Came in and
because he's disabled, can't walk. He's got a power chair,
because they hooked it copper
and he lives in a
into
renovated
steel,
hotel.
they had all different systems.
Like his whole studio is the
contractors,
size of
different
my
contractors for
room
different
here.
airports. They spent billions of
Kitchen,
dollars,
everything.
and they made the system worse because you can't hook copper into fiber. It doesn't work that way.
It's funny though, you walk in there and
not doable, but
there's
they
a whole
tried to
wall
do
as soon as you walk in,
out too well. And
floor to
in the end, it
ceiling
was
with
a-
computer
just a
stuff on it.
Complete disaster. We want to have one great company. Now, Raytheon's going to bid, IBM's going to bid. We have 5 or 6 bidders that really are good and do this stuff. And we want one, I tell, because I know about overruns, I look at the railroad out in California, headed up by one of the worst governors in our country, who I used to get along with actually.
But Dennis is freaking
you know, when you
amazing.
have 25,000 houses and you would
I mean,
have
hell,
cities
he's kept
burned
my
down. If we didn't
old
step
Dell
in,
Optiplex
Los
running.
Angeles would have been burned to the ground. But you look at that, I
And
said,
man, it's a,
I really know how to build. You got to have one guy, one contractor.
I don't
one
even know how
builder,
it's
whether
fucking running.
IBM or Raytheon is good, but you have
He
4 or 5
doesn't
that
even
are
know
really great.
know
And
how
they're
it's
all bidding
running.
against each other.
We don't
You
even
wanna have
know
one doing the
what
wire and one doing the
the
digging and one
motherboard
doing
came
the
from
demolition and one-
or what the
and then they're all
processor
saying
came
they all blame
from
each
because it
other
was
because they're
like,
saying they were late and therefore you have to pay me millions of
I've
dollars.
got all these parts.
I know the system.
Can
so
we
well,
make something work?
And we're going to have a great company do the whole thing. We're going to get a fantastic price.
Even the motherboard in it,
They're very
part of
big
the
and very
motherboard
strong,
doesn't
and
even
we'll
work.
get them to make a contribution
It's
to
got
it.
4 RAM
We're,
slots.
you know,
RAM
getting it
stands
done at
for
the right price.
random
But
access
we're gonna have a
memory.
great system. When we finish, we will have the best system on earth.
One of those
Done by
RAM slots
one of the 2 or
doesn't
3
work.
best companies. There are only a few
You
companies.
put a
that can
stick of
do
RAM
this
in
and
it,
done. But if you would have seen
and it
what
won't
this
let
other
the
group
PC
did,
turn on.
They were going crazy.
Take it out, and it'll turn
I
on.
think I
Put
heard
it back in, and it's like,
3,000
nope.
contractors. And then when it all
Now,
came together, guess what? It didn't work. It's a disaster.
since I just
So we
mentioned
are,
RAM,
We're going to have in a pretty short period of time, it's gonna take us about 2 years to build it. And we'll have a contract given out probably over the next couple of months. We have some great bidders, some great companies that want to do the job. You're going to have great air.
man, I got too much junk.
control.
Just to make one last point of this.
Here we go.
The last administration signed a contract with an American company to fix the copper to fiber.
This is a
And
stick
that contract was a 15-year contract.
of DDR3 RAM.
But that's how idiotic and incompetent the last administration was. And under your leadership,
We're up to DDR5
We
now.
don't have 15 years. We don't have 5 years.
This is
right now.
4
So the president always
gigabytes
talks about on time
of
and on budget. We have
DDR3
embraced that.
RAM.
We are going to be on time and on budget.
You plug that in and into my Dell,
Stay tuned for
won't turn on. Gives an error code.
an answer on what's going to happen with the $4 billion that we potentially have invested on a train that's going to go nowhere. It's going to be $120 billion that'll never connect San Francisco to LA. Again, the last administration wasted so much money on projects that never work. If you're going to have high-speed rail, you're going to invest billions. We should actually have high-speed rail in America, not boondoggles that fund political friends and allies and family.
They have from San Francisco, inside of San Francisco to inside of Los Angeles. Should have never been built because airplanes do it better. And you could drive it. You could drive it. No problem with driving it. The roads aren't even crowded. So they were going to do this. Somebody's idea. Somebody got paid off a lot of money and they started it. It was going to cost a very small amount of money. And it ended up costing literally hundreds of times what the original. And now what they did is they said, well, going into the city is too big a deal. So we'll leave it 25 miles short of the city. So now they're leaving it. They're not going to finish it really. It's not the same project. So now they're leaving it outside of San Francisco and outside, short of each. They just want to get it done. And I've never seen
I-
cost overruns. You know,
I,
you have a
love
cost overrun of
Dennis.
10%. You should
He
be
was like,
ashamed of yourself.
not supposed to
20%,
go
you
on
should
there,
not do
but
good jobs. This is a cost
I can get you
overrun
Windows 11 on there.
of 2,000%, something like that. It's
The
unlimited.
man
It's
is a
not finished. And maybe
genius.
it will never get finished. And I told Sean, look at it from every standpoint, but we don't want to.
But it's one of those things where
Federal money going into that, and it's like throwing it out the window. So whatever you can do to.
like I
stop
was
it,
saying, I got to show up early in the morning,
$15 billion.
and
16 years into the project.
he closes his shop at 2 because he's an old man. Nap time. But he's been doing this shit for years.
What do you want to anywhere else?
Like he's probably forgotten more about computers than people know.
Perhaps I could. Maybe Marco.
Like he will work on stuff that I won't touch.
Number one, you have a communist running.
You know those all-in-one
He's a
machines
disaster. He's leading.
where it's
He's got
computer
the Democrat nomination because
and the
that shows you
monitor
where the
and
Democrats
the
have
speakers
gone.
and everything
He actually wants to take over
in
the
one.
grocery stores of John
It's like a
Jackson in
big
86.
thick monitor.
A great guy.
I won't
rich
touch
guy,
them.
grocer,
Too much
does a
shit
good
going on
job,
in there.
wants to take over. He actually called me the other day. He's concerned his stores are going to be taken from him, and they won't be run like John runs them.
What I
He
need
runs
to
a
do
good
one of these
operation,
days
but he
is
actually
just
said he wants to run his own grocery
bite the
stores.
bullet
No, this is a
and build me a new
man
system.
who's not very capable.
Because for
in
those
my
of you that
opinion,
don't know,
but
my
he's got a
computer is
good amount of
11 years
bullshit,
old.
and he's convinced them
11 years old.
to go with him now.
Older than most
As
people's
you
kids.
know, Cuomo, who does have capability, is running, but he got knocked out, and now they're running as
It's still running good.
you have Eric Adams, the current mayor. You have Cuomo, and you have Curtis Lewa. And Curtis runs every.
But
every
building
4
a
years.
new
It seems to
new
be a
system,
fixture on
see,
the
I can
running
build it
scale.
all on my own
But you know, it's.
because there's nothing to it. It's like doing Legos.
But I can tell you this, I used to say,
But
we will not ever be a
the
socialist country, right?
to
Well, I'll say it.
replace
we're not gonna have- if
my
the
PC
communist gets elected,
with the equivalent
it can
of
never
a
be
new
the
one,
same, But we have tremendous.
with all the
power.
bells
White
and
House can
features that
run
mine has,
Places where we have to, we could run. DC.
talking
I mean,
2,500
we're
bucks.
looking at DC. We don't want crime in DC. We want the city to run.
Yeah.
well. Susie Wiles.
It
is
ain't-
working very
it ain't
closely with
happening.
The mayor, and they're doing all right. I mean, in the sense.
Now
that
I can go the
we run
absolute
it so
dirt
good,
cheap
we
route.
run so proper, we get the best
Maybe
person
build
to
one,
run it. The crime
not brand
rate
new,
will be
used,
minimal,
but
will be much less. We're
you
thinking about
know,
doing it,
stuff
to be
that's only
honest
like
with
a
you.
year old
We want
for
a capital
maybe
that's
$500,
run
$600,
flawlessly, and it wouldn't be hard for us.
but
to
it ain't
do
gonna have all the bells and
but-
whistles.
And we've had a good relationship with the mayor, and we're testing it to see if it works. But New York City will run properly. We're gonna bring New York back. I love New York.
Because the
I
mine's
love New York.
got what's called
We
a
got a bunch of crooked people in there. You have
debug
an
LED
attorney general
screen.
who's a total
There's a little
stone
bitty
cold
LED
crook.
screen about the size of a
Letitia James, a total crook.
dice.
All they do is wanna
In there,
go
it's got
after
two
political
got two
opponents.
numbers on it.
They do
Here,
what's
I
ever
will take
expeditious for them.
a picture of it.
She's the one that took out Cuomo because she wanted to run for governor, and then she ended up getting 1% of the vote. She polled at 1%. She dropped out, went back to attorney general. You have a lot of crooked things going on in New York. We're going to straighten out New York. Maybe we're going to have to straighten it out from Washington. But when I see a communist who has actually gotten a Democrat, pretty much gotten the Democrat nomination, they also went to that new form of voting. Which
God
is
dang it.
beauty. You go in there in third place, you come out in first.
You're gonna see it
That form of voting that they
right
gone to, you know
there.
what I'm talking about. It's not.
A
it's not
2-digit
good.
LED
We're gonna
number.
do something for New York. I can't tell you what yet.
It says 30 right now, meaning that I haven't restarted my computer
What we've
in
done
a
in this
while.
country in the last 6 months, nobody has ever seen it.
If
And
I
they
turn it
told
off
us
right
when
now
they
and
came to
restart it,
Saudi
it will
Arabia,
say
it's over there.
0.
They gave us $5.1
But if anything
trillion
goes wrong,
between Saudi Arabia,
all the stuff in there, it will run through all the tests
Qatar,
and it will pop up a
three stops,
number.
5.1 trillion coming in.
Either
our country as
it's
an
popped up
investment, biggest
A1 a
investment
few
ever made.
times.
And it's all going.
popped
in
up
good stuff.
99.
They're all real big.
What that does is
energy projects.
it says
But They all
This
three
is
told me
what's
essentially
wrong.
the same thing. We thought your country was dead.
Fix this and
And now
everything's
you've got the
good.
hottest country
This
in
is
the
what's
world.
wrong.
We're right now riding the hottest country. We all, and you can all be proud of it. We're in the hottest country. This is the hottest country in the world. There's nobody close. Made hotter by some great pilots and great machines that nobody else has. Those great, big, beautiful machines. They rode those machines right into the toughest territory.
Man, Trump can
And
talk.
nobody knew what the hell happened. And then they hit their targets perfectly, and it was complete and total obliteration.
Yeah.
And that's why that war ended, Steve. They told
I'm
me that's
glad
why the
my
war ended.
AC's
The war
fixed.
ended when they saw that it was over, and we're very proud of it. But
Those
we
guys,
have
there
the
were two
hottest
guys
country in the world right
here
now, from a
for
country that was close to dead.
4 or 5 hours.
And if I didn't win, if you would have had the other person win,
2 of the hours were in the
whether it was
direct
she
sunlight.
or Biden, they're the same. He may have been more competent than her.
And then
That's why it blew away.
it finally got in the
If
shade.
you had that ideology in, I don't.
But
believe
they
you
were
would
told
have
by
had
the
a country
office.
anymore. I think
The
you
only
would
good
have
thing
had
the
a country
office
that
has
was broken
done.
up. But we had a dead
Do
country.
not
now we have the hottest
leave
country in the world that everybody
until
knows,
my
and
air
everybody
conditioner's
said.
fixed.
Mr. Vice President, do you have anything to say?
That I'm disabled with a
Thank you,
bad
Mr.
heart.
President.
I
just
can't
want to say
be
that,
in
I'm very proud of the
in
team.
heat.
I think everybody has worked together.
To-
You see Pete and Marco and Steve.
It
working
was
on
an
some of the
emergency
diplomacy,
order.
Christy and Pam working on the
Get-
border. We just have a really
Get
really
his
solid team,
AC fixed.
and we've done a lot of good work. And in particular, I want to congratulate the White House
And I don't
staff,
keep my
by the president on getting the One Big
apartment
Beautiful
super
Bill
cold
passed.
like everybody else
I was
does.
personally skeptical, sir. I never told you this, but I was skeptical we'd be able to get that thing done by July 4th. We did it because we worked
It's
together. We worked
83
very well.
degrees
So
in my
it's an honor to be a part of it.
studio.
I'm really proud of you guys for doing a great job.
83 is fine to me.
It had something for everyone.
That's right.
Most people said
It's probably
"Yeah, we're looking at
105
7 bills,
outside.
it's so big." The problem was that some of those 7.
Oh, it's
there was nothing
99
for anyone, but they had to be done for
outside.
the country. You know, sometimes you have to do things for the country that aren't necessarily
83,
popular. We
it's
had a
probably
couple
set
of
on
them,
8,
and that wouldn't have
82.
worked. So the One Big Beautiful Bill.
It's totally
many people
fine.
said it could never be approved.
I don't understand people that are like, my AC's got to be set on 67. I don't want to
Something
sweat.
Very big and very important for everyone, and it's great for the country.
Then how
And
much is your
remember,
fucking power bill?
The Democrats have come up with a false
$700-800 a month?
Whatever. It's just a line that they send to everybody.
Yeah, fuck that.
They print. I think in the case of this, it's death. Everyone's going to die. I heard that. Everyone's going to just the opposite. Everyone's
Now
going
it
to
will
live.
be
What we're
cheaper
doing
when we
is
move
saving our country and
because
making it much bigger, better, and stronger.
we're
than it
moving to
was.
a
I'd like to
new
ask
apartment
Mark, who's been doing
complex
such a great job. Do you have
that's
anything to
very well
Well, it's just going through the list, Mr.
insulated.
President,
That's
I
got
think the Vice
dual
President
pane
pointed out the great
windows.
team you have, and all these achievements that have happened domestically. But you think about it, under your leadership, we prevented and ended a war between India and Pakistan. NATO's now at 5% for the first time ever, the highest numbers ever. Peace deal.
And
between
man, I
Iraq,
can't wait to
Congo,
move.
and Rwanda. A 12-day war. that
Like if
ended
Doge
with,
sent out those
American
$5,000
operation.
checks
We're the
that
only country in the world
everybody
that
was
done it.
talking about,
Hopefully, pretty soon, a peace
we'd
deal
have a
between
moving truck in
Azerbaijan
a few days. We'd be the fuck out of here.
The entire Middle East and the infrastructure of it has the potential now to change because of Syria and Lebanon, and it hasn't even been 6 months. It hasn't even been 6 months.
I know I keep bragging about this new apartment, but
Thank you very much. And
it's got everything I want.
Could I just ask Linda? She's
Fucking
involved in
huge
so much,
kitchen,
so talented and so good, and
granite
she's working on
countertops,
a couple of little
smart
things like
features in it.
who was given
Like, say me and my wife are at her mom's place in Ohio, and my daughter needs to come to my apartment for some reason. I could go on my phone and unlock the front door from my phone.
What we saw, with school choice.
That's freaking awesome. And also what that is good for is, say, when you go grocery shopping, you pull up, you got the bags in both hands. You ain't got to fumble with the door lock. You can sit in your car and be like, beep, boop, beep, boop. Unlock your front door. So all you got to do is when you get to your front door with, bags in both hands, is just push the lever down to open the latch. You can go right in. Say we're on a trip. We can set
And
the
how
air
we do it with Columbia
up
and all that.
high, and then once we start getting close to home, I can set the air and start dropping down.
And you've done
Smart features
fantastic.
are awesome.
Thank you very much. Yep, you have a great time.
Like I would love to have a fully smart home.
That's right. Thank you very much.
And I know that freaks a lot of people
Maybe just
out.
in closing, we spent a lot of time, effort, very
Oh.
little money on this room. This is called the cabinet.
The
room.
ceiling
It's been
fans
For a long time. And
are smart.
it had some pictures that were not many of them and not very
Say
good ones.
me and my wife are laying
I
in
actually
bed.
spent time in the vaults are where we have
And
great pictures and artwork.
We want to turn the
I
ceiling
did
fan
it
down.
all myself. I'm very proud of it. That's
Pull up the app on a
Andrew
phone,
Jackson, great Andrew Jackson.
turn the speed of the ceiling fan
Gentleman
down,
named- and
or
we
turn the
call him
light on the
Desiree
ceiling
Pope,
fan
who
off.
was sort of a real estate guy. He was, people don't realize he was a
I don't know how many times me and my wife have been
very good
shopping,
president,
and we've
and I'm not sure I should be doing
looked at
this. He
each other
actually
like,
gave us the state of California. He was doing it.
do we have such and such in the fridge? Or like, do we need eggs or ketchup or something?
Almost as the other one is Andrew Jackson. So that was
There's fucking refrigerators out there now.
was actually a very good
They have
president.
cameras on the inside of the
Same
fridge.
frame that I needed, okay?
It will turn the fucking light on.
And up here you have
You
the
can look
original
all around your
George Washington
refrigerator.
right behind the light. And then you have Dwight Eisenhower, who was a very underrated president.
There's
The interstate
stoves
system and
that hook to the internet.
the toughest president, I guess, until we came along, but I don't mind
That,
giving up that crown.
you
I
know,
want to be
because
tough on it, but we want to be humane. But
we're all
he was
getting
the
older.
toughest President on immigration. He,
You won't have that weird
he
thought
was
of,
very strong
did
in
I
laws,
leave the
very
stove on?
strong.
You can
And,
check the
sometimes he would
fucking
be too strong, though.
stove
He was
from your
strong on the
phone.
borders, and during a certain period of time, they were so strong that almost every farmer in California went bankrupt. And we have to remember that. We have to work together. We have to remember that. But he was a very good president.
Or what's
and,
also
he
awesome
was
is
a
say
general and a
you're
very
at the
good
store
president,
and you've
and I
got a
thought he
smart stove.
deserved a position somewhere on this
You
floor.
picked up something that you're
And then
gonna
you have, this is very exciting.
put in the oven, and you have
He
to
was
preheat
not
the
a
oven.
Republican, to put it mildly.
Well, it's
He was, it was a
15-minute drive home. You
He
can
was, Franklin
pull up the app,
Delano Roosevelt. And if you notice,
set the temperature on your oven to whatever you want it at. The oven's already preheated by the time you get home.
him, he was wheelchair bound.
But I know people are all like, "Oh my
But he was
God,
an amazing man.
all this smart
It's
stuff."
an amazing portrait, and we used to have him in the room, a different portrait, and it was a terrible portrait. It was almost like it was done by a child. And I used to say, I can't believe that he would have approved of that portrait of himself. And I was in the vaults and looking at things. I said, "What's that?" And we have some great curators here. We have 6 curators at the White House. They have 2 for paintings, they have them for furniture, they have them for different things. I guess cost is no object. Okay, cost is, maybe I'd have 1, but that's all right. But we have 6, and they're very talented, though. And he said, "That's a picture of FDR." I said, "Really? Let me see it." They took off the wrappings, very well preserved. And I said, "That's the picture they've been looking for years. That was the picture of Franklin Delano Roosevelt." And I said, "Oh, wow." And likewise, that frame-wise, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work if you have, I want to be nice, but it doesn't work if you have a big frame, a little frame, but it's like perfection. I'm a perfectionist. The mirror was down in the vaults also. I said, "Where is this from?" And it's a very old, very storied mirror, beautiful. We put that up. And then over there is Honest Abe Lincoln. And that picture was in his bedroom. And we thought that this would be
Mhm.
a very important.
I just thought of
because this is
a
where
one of my
wars are
favorite
ended.
Abe Lincoln
I'm not gonna say
movies.
wars are declared. I'm going to say wars are
Abe
ended.
Lincoln,
They're
Vampire
awesome.
Hunter.
And
That's such a
the picture
kick-ass
of
movie.
Abe Lincoln from his bedroom, sat in the bedroom for many, many years. That was his favorite picture of himself. And the Lincoln bedroom is very famous. You remember when Bill Clinton had it and he rented it out to people. Okay? We don't do that. But it's an incredible room. And we took that picture from his bedroom. That's Abe Lincoln. And then over here you have John Adams, and it's they were the first occupants of the White House, 1800. And John Quincy Adams, Mrs. Adams, they were the first occupants. So we have them looking at each other, and in between their stare is Abraham Lincoln trying to make peace.
Yeah, this
And that picture was in a room that I have that was not important, like the cabinet. I gave it up. I said, I have to give it up because that's one of the greatest pictures in the White House. The White House.
Caitlin, I have no idea who that is.
And the Oval Office, when we're there, we'll go over that. That's really been something.
Caitlin Collins.
Then we got the drapes, and we got the whole thing. We got new drapes.
Oh.
We got new. Wasn't a big expense. Very, very small. And
See, I am terrible
took
with
some of
with
the,
names.
Chinaware and silverware and trophy-ware, they call it. From the
It
vaults that
it
we
took
had
me like
cleaned up, hadn't been
a month
shined up in 100 years. Some of this has sat in the
to
vaults for over 100
know the
years.
difference
Amazing.
between
Over 100.
Pam Bondi
The pictures
and
that
Christy
were put
Nome.
up in the Oval Office as an example, those two as an example. So he was president. They moved in 1800, and he won the election, I believe, in November of 1800. John Quincy Adams.
God,
And we
Trump
thought that
is
would be
just
he was
so
considered to be a good
smart.
president, and he was the first occupant of the White House, so it sort of made sense. And I love the frame of those
It's like,
pictures. Look at those.
damn,
pictures.
dude.
I'm a frame person. Sometimes I like frames more than I like the pictures. And we have the flags of the Marines, and Space Force now has its own flag. I'm very proud of Space Force, but the Army, Navy.
You
Air
want to know
Force,
what's really
Marines,
fucked up?
Space Force, the whole thing. And
I've lived
Coast
next to my
Guard right
neighbors
there. Never forget the Coast Guard. They do a
for
great
almost
job.
2 years now.
So we have the flags throughout the office, and it's really
Do I know
become,
their names?
quite a beautiful
Nope.
place. I don't want to tell this. Marco pointed it out. I was going to leave the.
I know the
clock.
names of their
So as
dogs.
president, you have the power.
Memphis and
If
Phoenix.
I go into the State Department or Department of Commerce or Treasury, if I see anything that I like, I'm allowed to take it. Do you believe this?
And what
So in
sucks is
Marcus, I see
in
this
October
gorgeous
they're
clock,
moving.
grandfather clock, and there it is. I said, Marco.
He was talking about getting
Read him the
a
room
big
and-
travel trailer
I said, Marco,
because he does
look at it. It's beautiful.
construction.
He said, what clock? I said,
Like all the construction you guys have seen
clock that's
in all my videos of driving to Walmart and
and
stuff.
nobody gets to see it there.
That's the company
Marco,
that
I tried to talk
he
him into
works
it
for.
first, and it sort of worked.
They're,
and then I
uh,
had to use a little more.
They're going to be working clear out in the white tank mountains
"No, are
of
you serious?"
on the
Marco, I have the
very
right
far
to do it,
west side of
Marco.
Phoenix.
And he said, all right, what the hell? So that's his contribution to the Capitol room, but it's, by the way, it's an incredible
Which if I
room.
knew
You know, it's an important room, so you may see it again, maybe we'll move it back sometime.
what exact
Anyway, so that's-
apartment we
that's
were
pretty much
getting.
it, but it really is great.
I would
Here we
love to
put
get
up,
their
you know,
sectional,
These lamps have been very.
but
important,
sectionals only
actually,
work a certain way
whether people love them. or
because they
not,
just
they're-
bought this
if you see
sectional
pictures
like
like
6
Pearl
months ago.
Harbor and Tora, Tora, Tora,
And
you
man,
see the
it
movies
barely
about
fits.
The White House, where wars are being.
I was
discussed.
looking at it and I'm
Oftentimes
like,
they'll show those lamps
I
or
asked this
something like
woman,
those lamps.
I don't even know if it's his girlfriend or his
Not
wife,
reals, 'cause I don't think they were allowed to. This is a very.
but I was like, are you sure this is going to fit in
And I
there?
don't think they made
And she
movies,
goes, I
so
hope
you don't
so.
know what they do, but they were missing.
Well, we got the
medallions.
one
See
section in
medallions on
there.
top? They had a chain
And then there
going
was
into
the other
ceiling.
section.
And
It's
I
got a
said,
big
"You can't
Chase
do that. You
lounge
have to
on
have
it.
a medallion." They said, "What's a medallion?" I said,
We
"I'll
put
show
it
you."
in
We
there.
got some beautiful medallions.
Then I opened their
You see
front
them
door
real
all the
quick,
way
and
up,
it makes the lamps looks better. So
and
we
it
get
clears
these,
the door by an
these changes,
inch.
and you know,
An
when you think of it,
inch.
the cost
And
is
it is slid
almost
as
nothing.
far
We
back
also
against the
painted
wall
the
as you
room
can
a
get
nice
it. And it
color,
clears the door
beige
by an
color.
inch.
And it's been really something. The only question is, will I gold leaf the corners? You could maybe tell me my cabinet could take a vote. You see the top line moldings. And the only
Yeah, I will
question
get
is,
their
you gold leaf
names.
it because you can't
I think
do it.
his name's
If you paint
JD.
it, it won't look good because they've never found
Funny
a
thing
paint
was,
that looks like gold. You see
Saturday
that in the
night,
Oval Office. They've tried
they went
for
out
years and
partying.
years. Somebody could become very wealthy, but they've never found
They
a paint
left in his
that looks
big
like gold. So painting it is easy,
F-250
but it won't look
Super
right.
Duty.
And the question is whether or not we should.
They
go
come
with it.
back.
Is Linda, do you have an opinion?
And
You like it?
they
the way-
back in.
You'd go.
Well, I guess he
Would
got
go
way
with it.
drunk
Could I raise you? How about?
because
you
he
go
opened.
with it?
He was in the passenger seat. He opened the door
McKinley was a great president who never got credit. In
and
fact,
fucking fell out
they
right on the
changed name
fucking
of
ground.
Mount McKinley and I changed it back because he should have been, the
And
people
I
of
was like,
Ohio were very, he was the governor.
oh
of Ohio.
my
The
God.
people
And
of
then
Ohio
he got
were
up,
very happy when I did that. I heard they were
stumbled
very
his way
excited.
to
They
the
took
to the
name of
door,
Mount McKinley off. That was done by Obama a little while
and I
ago.
was just like, bro,
I had to change it back. I changed
the
it back. He
next
actually
next
was
day
a great
Sunday,
president. He was
because
the president.
they know that I
He was
have
the
a
tariff
camera in
most,
the
I guess,
window.
since me. I think I'm going to.
Camera's always
He
on.
was a tariff president. He believed that other countries should pay for
He
the privilege of coming
he
into
stops,
our
waves
country
at the
and
camera,
taking our
and
jobs
then
and
holds
taking our
his
treasure.
head
That's the way
and
his
goes,
was. They took our jobs and they
uh-uh.
took our treasure, and for that they should pay. And he made them pay. And
Well, I knew exactly
tremendous
what
fortune.
that
In fact,
meant.
in
But
1887,
that boy had a
they had
fucking
the Great
hangover
Tariff Committee was
from
set up in
hell
1887
because
our
he fell
country
from
had
the
so much
seat
money, we didn't know what
in
to
a
do.
four-wheel
And they
drive
set up a
F-250
committee of,
Power
as they
Stroke.
called them, elites, a term that we have
Fell to the
because I
asphalt
think a lot
parking
of
lot.
the people that are elites aren't elite. I think the people that aren't elite are elite. So we're gonna have
And
to
I was
maybe
just like,
change that
oh my
around
God.
somehow. But they had a committee that was set up to spend the
What's
money
cool though
because
was
it
that
was such a
his
large
woman
amount of money at that time.
can drive that truck
Nobody
almost as
had seen
good as he
anything like
can.
it. And it all came in from tariffs. And people didn't pay tax. There was no income tax system. I told you that came back
And
in
they always
1913.
back it in
And that came back. And
because it's just too much of a pain in the
well,
ass
for a
to
while, and then you had the Great
pull it in
Depression.
and park it because
And then
it's a big ass
Labor,
truck. It's a four-door short
they
bed,
tried to
but you
bring
know
back
it's a
the tariffs,
fucking
but the whole thing
F-250. It's a
was,
big
you
fucking
know, this
truck.
was after the Depression. That was one of the great misconceptions is people like
It's
to
a
say,
nice
"Oh,
truck though.
it was
Man,
very
it's a
good." No,
nice truck.
the country had
Funny
a
deal
Great
that
Depression.
that
And
that
after
truck
the
is his
Depression,
work truck.
long after it started, they brought back tariffs to see.
I think he said it's
It took them really 25 years.
2022
When you say about 25 years to get out of the
F-250
Great Depression, a lot of people don't understand
King
that. But I thought it
King
would be
Ranch.
interesting for you to get a little view of this room. This is a very important room, very powerful room.
Yeah.
Great room. And we've done similar, but even beyond this, in the Oval Office, we brought back pictures of some of the great
I
presidents.
can't back my
Many of
car
them
up
were
to
in the
save my
vaults for
fucking
over
life.
100 years.
Even though it's got a
Windows
backup camera
all
with the lines on it.
things.
My wife can't back
Rather
it
than
up
sitting
either.
in a vault downstairs,
I had my daughter, she drove it
128
one
years.
time.
I thought
And
we
I
should
told
display
her
that, and we did that.
to try to
Really
back
did
it up
that.
into
We
a
got
parking spot.
very high marks.
She couldn't do
But
it.
it's interesting.
The
People walk
fucking
into that
camera's
room and they
off
look
on
around
the
room, They
car.
don't even want to talk to me. They could look at it for hours.
Wow. You
And yeah, you could try to put your, arm over the seat and do it the old school way.
Presidents, prime ministers,
But if you
kings,
guys have ever seen
queens, one case,
how a
queens,
Toyota CHR
queens,
looks,
and the biggest business.
you
people in
can't
the
really
world
see
that
out the
walk into
back
that office.
side windows or the
They
back
always say that
hatch.
there's no
It's
place like this in the whole world in terms of the power. And I mean, it's beautiful and all, but there are other beautiful offices. You have
yeah, his
businesses that have offices,
truck's super nice.
you know, full floors of.
We had to
office
work on
buildings,
it
floor to ceiling glass. And they walk
about a
in there
month
and they
ago.
say, there's no place like this.
He blew one of his
place. And, you know, it's what it
his
represents, maybe more
turbocharged
than
tubes
the
off of it.
physicality of the room itself. So it's an
He was
honor to
all
have
like,
you all, media.
I didn't
Honor to
realize
have
how
you.
much
I
the
just
turbo
wanna say
helped
we
this
have a
engine.
Fantastic cabinet. Every one
This
of them
engine's a fucking
is
dog without the
And if
turbo.
they're not, I'll let you know about it. I'll throw them to the wolves. I'll throw them to the
And I'm like,
wolves in
yeah,
2
dude, they
seconds.
probably cut your
'Cause our
horsepower
country comes first, right? But,
down
I
to a
just wanna thank
third
you
of what
all
the
for being
horsepower
here.
is.
A lot of fun. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Because I had a friend that had, back years ago, had an old Ford 1-ton that had an IDI diesel in it, a non-turbo diesel.
Are we talking about next week?
It would pull a fucking mountain, but it would take 10 years to get to the fucking
Leave the
mountain.
cameras there. It's fine. But if you want, there's a lot of room over here. See an engine move out to the end. If you.
It just
Way
had
out to the left.
no horsepower. And now they got these diesel trucks out there with
Are you able to get them all?
1,000 horsepower,
Are you okay?
1,500 foot-pounds of torque.
Thank you very much. We've had a tremendous 6 months, and we've had a tremendous 2
And it's
weeks,
just like,
which now is,
Jesus
I guess,
Christ.
3 weeks. And
I mean, I've never drove a new Power Stroke.
that have done a great unified beautiful job.
When I was working for that company,
I wanted
the turf
particular
company,
because of what she's gone through this
the
last
pickup
years,
truck that they had me drive.
done an incredible job, as you know.
It was a F350 Power Stroke,
Words about Texas.
but it had the old 6.0 Power
person
Stroke.
there was the first person I saw.
In a
tell
year's
me
time
was
period,
you.
I wore that fucking truck out.
And you've worked great with the governor. It's terrific.
Wore
And,
it out. 5
you
days
might
a
wanna
week,
tell
300 miles a
about
day.
trials
In the
and tribulations
valley here,
that we
towing a
appreciate the job that
40-foot
you and
dovetail
everybody
trailer.
done. You had
Wore
you had
that
people
fucking
there as
truck
fast
out.
as anybody's ever seen. So really appreciate it. We all do. And maybe you could say a few words.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank you for your leadership. Texas is strong, and the people of Texas
Okay,
are
this
incredibly
is
strong.
just
They've gone
a
through something that is absolutely horrific.
repeat.
And it is heartbreaking to watch these families.
So everybody, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm looking for a sponsor for my YouTube channel so I can get the next year's worth of licensing for my editing software. It's $40. Somebody wants to sponsor that. Every time I make a video, I will give you a fucking shout out. I'll even make a fucking screen and have it after my Broken Patriot screen, the splash screen, you know, my intro screen. I'll have your screen sponsored by Brr. Or if you've got a channel, I'll put your channel up on there. So on that note, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go find me something to eat. And as always, peace.